It's time for more Black Beacon, the game made by former developers of Punishing Grey Raven. Perhaps ones from the early days, when things were simpler, as it were. I see a lot in common between this game and PGR, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since I stopped playing it the other day. I took a break yesterday, just to use my stamina, and I need to know what happens next. I need to know what happens in Chapter 2, because the end of Chapter 1 was so good. But first, I have a bone to pick with this lady, this wonderful pink lady, right here, Arishan. I love her, but I don't love her enough that I only got 2 of her and none of the other standard characters. I just did some pulls. I thought, nah, it's okay. Maybe I'll like take a nap or something. I don't need to stream right now. But getting a dupe Arishan made me so upsetty that I had to stream immediately so I could fix my bad luck. All I have is Arishan. She's the only one I can get. New PGR? Well, this is similar to PGR in a lot of ways, but it's also a little bit different. But you can definitely feel the DNA of PGR here, and it is excellent for like all the best reasons. But you know, gacha is gacha, and that is why we have 2 pink ladies. Now, I did actually manage to get my limited banner guy, the wonderful Florence. But as you can see, we do not have like any of these guys, and we need them. We need this. So 1 Florence and 2 Arishans later, by the way, had to go all the way to Pity for the first Arishan and then went like 50 pulls for the second one. But I've decided that no more. So the first thing, yeah, I know, no Nana, sad? Yeah, I'm so sad about no Nana. I really want, how dare you game, not showing me beautiful Viola. I love Viola too. She's so sassy and I need her. I need this. So we're gonna do some pulls. We are busting out the wallet and we are getting our guys, or at least 1 guy. We'll see. We're going in on the whale banner. It has to be done. It has to be done. There was no other way. I was simply too unlucky. But maybe this will bless me with early pulls. And then maybe I can get Nana if I'm lucky. Whaling already? Look, I really like this game. Alright, let's hecking go! First pull, easy. First pull, easy!
Viola,
first
the
pull!
performer. Are you?
Oh, I did it. I was so excited I skipped her! Ah! Okay. Finally! My streamer luck! We're so hecking back!
Integrity?
Ah! Yes! Okay. Let's... Can we get Nana now? Can we do everyone? Oh my god, her art is so good! Ah! Nana! Okay, now we just win. Turns out you just need to stream. I wish that applied the other day. Streamer luck was not real until just now. Okay, let's simply one pull Nana. We did not get Nana in 1 pull. But, you know, not anything can happen here and I'll still be happy.
Shamash.
Shamash. Dude, I love I love his pull line so much. He's actually really good. Fun fact, especially if you can get him to P2, 2 dupes. He's like super strong. Atsu!
Before we get to introductions, first add me on social media. Thanks for the follow. I'm Atsu from Weisha.
I have seen the reports that she is the best with Lichi, who is like the top DPS right now. Alright. But let's get Nana. We are off to a good start. Even if I go to pity, I'll still be happy.
Master once said that if I hadn't found my purpose, I could come under your command. From now on, I will be your sword and your shadow.
You can what on my
guarding
command?
you.
Okay, we'll get it. We'll get it. We just gotta pull more. Easy. Welcome back, Watanabe. He is so astral coded. Finally early for once. Yeah, I actually remember to stream like at a normal time in the day for me.
Excuse
Asti!
me, is the Duchess here?
She loves me. She wants me so bad. She always comes when I pull. Don't quote that. Name game is Black Beacon. Does it have a PC version? It kinda. I'm playing on Google Play Games, which is like the officially supported PC thing right now. It's an official emulator basically. Some people have problems with it. It's been pretty fine for me. I only crashed once when I first started playing and that was it. It does have kind of janky keybinds though, and you can rebind things, but not everything. Nana? Nana? No. Nana, more like nah-uh.
Shamash.
Shabash. If we're planning on doing story summaries for PGR, I'll have you know, and keep this a secret. We're planning to do something PGR later today, but don't tell anyone. It will be a stream. It will be a stream. Nana! Nana! Come to me! Come! We will erect a tower! Yes! Yes!
My name is
My
Ninsar.
7th Ninsar.
Strange. This...
Or is that 8th? Because I have P7.
Nana, who follows the guidance of the moonlight.
I love her. I love her. I love her. Everything has been fixed. Double Erishon, you can't hurt me anymore. Ah, all is right. All is right with the world. I am happy. Ah. I'm still missing some guys, but I may select them. The tales say that Logos is only okay now, but Lisha is still really good, so I might get him on the selector. We'll see. Best character from the selector, this guy at the bottom right here, Lisha. He's strong. He is like a berserker kind of character, like a Danjin Wuwa, who he'll lose his own HP, but yeah, he's really strong. And he's crazy, and he's a little brat, and I love him. So it's only a matter of time until he's mine. Logos used to be good in the beta, like a few months ago or whenever it was, but she got mega nerfed. Welcome, Enma, to Measure of Achieve! This is the Measure of Achieve! Still playing on Google Play? Yes, Google Play games. This is what we are on. What about Viola? Allegedly, according to what the people are saying now, Viola is good now because she's good at AoE, and there's AoE endgame content. Why aren't I selecting something from the selector? Because, you see, I didn't want to get a dupe. But I guess it doesn't matter anymore now that I'm done with the regular banner, huh? Now that I've moved on to the whale banner, it's so over. Let's just get our boy. Let us just get the boy. He is the only boy, and he is the best boy. Give me my guy.
The current leader of the Tianli clan, Li Che.
He's a good boy. I'm already at 120 on the way. Maybe one day, or maybe never. Because I feel like I'm just gonna want weapons from here. Rip Logos, but I guess I'm just never getting her. Well, maybe I'll lose a 70-30 one day and get Logos. Let my Oshi Ivy go, Lena. Take me to instead to the basement. Well, look. It's okay. Ivy will be here later, and we'll do a thing together later in maybe stream 2. This is like stream 1 of the day. It's like a bonus stream right now, but we have a second stream planned. Is the story good? Yes. I'm about to start chapter 2, but chapter 1 was very promising. I'm incredibly invested in how this game writes characters. It makes them not feel tropey. They feel really good. I need to do my tutorials at some point. I guess we can do Licha tutorial. I don't know what I'm doing, but let's go. I still barely know the keybinds on this thing. Did I finish the twins chapter? I actually didn't. I probably should finish that before I jump to chapter 2. Let's do a single tutorial for my free pull, because every time you do one of these tutorials, you get a free standard pull, which is great. I'm so jealous right now. If you saw my previous luck, you wouldn't be jealous. You'd be like, ah, this is just the world fixing itself. I maxed out my Shamash. I don't know if it's a bad move, but whatever. He is one of the strongest characters in the whole game. He is incredible. You will not regret maxing out Shamash. Even though he's 4-star, he's very, very, very strong. Alright, let's see. Okay. Hit things. Skill 2. Consume HP. Get rage. Press it again. Press it again during the weapon flash. I see. A little timing minigame. A little bit of DDR, if you will. the game is top-down view. It is if you want it to be, because you can actually change it at any point outside combat. And the game will ask you immediately which one you prefer, and it will default to that, whether it's free view or top-down. E. You ever just feel like blood into brine? Did you know the sensors are really whack in anything you can type in this game, so you can't like put the word blood as your status? You also can't say poggers. He gets faster. And he can't use basic attacks. Butterflies will fly toward him. And then you hit the basic attack button when it touch him. What? No poggers? Cringe. No poggers is just sad. I know. Wuthering Waves had lots of weird censored words as well that just didn't make any sense, so I'm assuming it's just one of those things and they're gonna fix it later. It's probably like one of those things that's really low in their priority list. Let's see. Okay. Alright, I forget what it told me to do. The answer is press E a lot. Close enough. More things. What? Airshack can't say you are my little pog champ stat. Yeah. Tragically beautiful. I really, really want my Viola. I don't care how meta she is. She's my Slated Tempest. Well, according to the latest tier list, not that you can necessarily put like 100% stock in them because, you know, it's so early and everything. And tier lists. But yeah, apparently she's pretty good because she's good for AoE content, so Viola lovers stay winning. PGR style icons. Yeah, true. Want to watch the stream, but I also want to see the story mode, so I have to tune out. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate you popping in to say hi. I appreciate you all. Viola's off-field damage is good too. Yeah, I'm very excited to get using her. She's so good. He got the flute. Prioritize locking onto targets with butterfly. And then extra ultimate. Watch his face during this because it's so good. He's such a smug little guy. He knows he's better than everyone. I love that for him. Did you see that we would announce the stream on the 19th of April? I saw they posted a video. I didn't notice it because I didn't actually watch the video. That's hype. Sounds like a stream I will have to summarize. Okay, so our progress last time was that we did chapter 1. We did chapter 1, we unlocked chapter 2, but we also started the twin story. We got like 4 nodes deep or something. Yeah, we did. So I feel that I should finish it. We should finish it before we move on. Florence is a Palter, yeah. She's very, very Stigmata vibes. Black Beacon's aesthetic is somewhat similar to Near Reincarnation. Yeah, I can see it. Rip to that game. I never actually did get to play it. Am I doing any dailies for PGR on stream today? I'm doing something much better than dailies on stream today later for PGR. But that's stream 2. Don't worry about that. Alright, let's just get back into the reading. Big reading area because this part is not voiced, but the main story is. This is like an interlude. We can have little Florence as a treat.
Hand me the sword.
Better than dailies? Are you finally legend in Warzone? Alright, let's hecking story. Did I pull her 5-star weapon? Florence? Yes. I know you can get it free from the event, but I simply chose not to. What's this? As soon as Enki steps into the room, the scenery before his eyes starts shifting and rotating like a slideshow, blurring time and space. I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of forgot what happened last. I remember we were figuring out the funny little machine that was going for 100 years, but that was it. Live 2D NPCs? Yeah, they're excellent. They have so many cute little custom animations. Whoa! Before Enki can steady himself, a chaotic stream of countless librarians rushes past him, threatening to engulf him. Hold my hand. It is only when he feels the familiar warmth in his palm that those phantoms spanning time and space dissipate. That was a close call. Why would the unknown sector be hiding behind the gate of the society? Judging by these objects, this place used to be the observatory of the Astronomical Society. The library has rearranged the observatory from different eras throughout history, resulting in its current state. Finding Toodle's traces here might be quite a challenge. Hey, Mom, Dad, come over here. Both of them turn their attention towards the source of the voice. Standing in front of them is a boy they have never seen before, yet he feels strangely familiar.
The height of folly.
We love Dinsar in this house. She is the best. She is one of my favorites. Is PGR gacha superior to Black Beacon? It has a 100% rate up banner, so that's always based forever, for sure. Though this game instead has a 100% weapon banner, so I guess it's give and take. This game is very fair though. It's much more fair than something like Wuthering Waves, for example. You can see like elements from both games type of gacha. What's the pity? It's a 70 pity, and the chance you will get the limited character is 70%. So it's a 70-30 thing. It's not 50-50 at least. But yeah. No controller support yet. Unfortunately, I would love to be playing this on controller, but I have not. Alright. The projection tilts his head and looks up at the night sky. Even though the dark sky is filled with only a few lonely stars, the boy's eyes reflect a myriad of lights. Mom and Dad, look! The night sky is sparkling. It's like it's raining stars. When I grow up, Mom and Dad, you'll show me a sight like this again. No, I'll show you a sight like this again. Teaching of overall time freeze. Teach me. Where is my guy? Door up. That's the wrong path. Turn back and take a closer look at the direction of the projection. Okay. 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 Oh, I see. He's literally, he's over here. I'm sorry, I can't see children. Watching from Singapore. Shout out to Singapore! I heard it's really nice there. I would love to visit someday. I'm done with 50-50 gachas. It just hurts so much. Yeah, it's honestly soul-crushing every time. Oh, and yeah, here's a freeview mode. It's a little jank on Google Play Games at the moment because you can't do the mouse lock thing that lets you just drag the or lets you move the camera by moving your mouse. But I'm a sicko and I'm used to dragging my camera all over the place anyway, so it doesn't bother me. However, because of this, you can't really, if you want to play in Freeview like this, then you can't bind left click to be your basic attack, because every time you try to, well, I'm sorry for spinning the camera wildly. I know it's not good for stream. Every time you try to move the camera, it will make you basic attack if you bind left click to basic attack. So that's my warning to you. I have basic attack on my side mouse button instead. Yeah. Sometimes you'll want to swap between which mode you're using to like play the game a bit easier. But I would say it's generally intended to be top-down mode. Here we go. Love how you label this as PGR. I labeled this as Ex-PGR devs, which it is. As time goes by, Tootle grows into a young man. The innocence and curiosity of his childhood fade away, replaced by unwavering determination. Trust me, Travis, I will create that difference engine. And on the day I discover the answer, I'll share it with all of you. Okay. Follow his steps. Where does he be going? Where's my guy? Whoa. He goes in a circle, as far as I can tell. Oh, maybe down here. We did it, team. We're so good at video games. I think exploration-wise, Black Beacon is better. Yeah, I mean, it's more built from the ground up to be a little more exploration-focused. There is, like, even though the game is split into stages like PGR is, you will be rewarded at times for exploring. Like, you get, like, extra lore bits that you can find around the place, or treasure chests. I am I have not been good for exploring, but I have seen my friends find some of those things, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should actually bother exploring. I'm not used to doing that in my PGR. Better than early PGR story? Yes, but I do have to say, I always liked early PGR story. I know, it's like, it's very simple compared to what it is today, but I think like the setting and everything got me so hooked in PGR right away. I think the very opening of the game is great. The way you see Lucia lying there, I was like, immediately, I was all in. I didn't care. I thought the boss thing at the start of PGR was great. So, even though I understand that it may not be the greatest opening ever and people like are not the biggest fans of it, I really liked early PGR when I played it when the game came out. But yeah, no, this I would say the beginning of this story is like a lot more like long-term thought out, maybe. It has that feeling. And the writing is just excellent. Like, everywhere you look in this game, you're just like, oh, that's quality. Oh, that's so quality. Oh, the menus are so gorgeous. The icons are so gorgeous. The character art is so gorgeous. The 3D cutscenes, the live 2D, it's also gorgeous, and you're just like in awe the whole time when you play this game. And also, all the main story is voice acted. This is just basically like an interlude from PGR. So it's not voice acted. As someone who started PGR 2 weeks ago, the early story feels incredibly choppy to me. It's come a long way. Once you get out of the early part, I think it is just... it's straight up really good. But the early part is very subjective. What chapter am I in Black Beacon? I just finished chapter 1. I'm very early. But I really liked chapter 1. I'm doing the side story now, the whatever interludes are called in this. The dark night at the observatory remains cold and silent, but Tootle has aged. In his eyes, which once gazed at the stars, only the fading embers of a dying fire remain. The observatory feels so cold now, with Tootle as the only person there. I'll wait forever, even if I can't witness the answer. Sometimes I'm so old I speak of myself in third person. It's just how it goes sometimes, you know. Okay. Follow this man. Well, this is the observatory, the place where Tootle spent his final days. The old man named Tootle stands still, calmly gazing at the passage he came through. The night sky above him feels both desolate and serene. Oh, future Maon, if you're lucky enough to obtain the answer, please listen to the voice of the stars in my stead. My guy perished before he got the answer he was searching his whole life for. He died alone, rest in pieces. The two of them head up the stairs. The light of the library fade into the darkness of the night. The observatory is cold and silent, much like the society that has faded into oblivion. Even as they approach the end, all they see are a few solitary stars. Achoo! Where are the promised stars and answer? Why is there nothing here? All our efforts only led us to this cold and dark observatory, and this place is freezing. Are you certain we're going in the right direction, sis? Ninsar gently shakes her head, gazing into the dark night. Pretty Life 2D. It's already within reach. Don't worry. The stars and answers never lie. Almost as soon as the words leave her lips, a shimmering light streaks across the night sky. Was that a shooting star? 2, 4, 8? There are so many of them! One shooting star fades and several more flare to life. Like schools of fish leaping from the ocean of stars, shooting stars arc one after the other. The starlight emanating from distant stars is outshone by the energy of comet fragments piercing through the atmosphere. Even the aloof star in the far north pales in comparison to the downpour of lights. The meteor shower transforms into countless fleeting parallel lines, delicately illuminating the canopy above. Even the projections wandering in the tower seem drawn to the meteor shower, their gaze fixed on the night sky. So the machine was just to compute a meteor shower event? Yeah, sounds like it. Sad. Dad, Mom, and Travis. Are you seeing this? Finally, those stars have come back. Across the spiral arms over the distant stars, the dust wandering alongside the comet concludes its long journey, falling into the starry sky under the pull of gravity. The shooting stars, with the longing of the wandering soul from a century ago, streak through the sky above the tower. As the stars streak across the sky, the night falls into complete silence. Bidding farewell to the slumbering observatory, the two of them retrace their steps and return to the sector they came from. I'm not a huge fan of the long descriptions like this. PGR loves these too, so I'm sorry for your loss, because this is our life now. I see. So that's how it is. The interconnected gears calculate the trajectory of the comet. The steam cycle replicates the Earth's rotation, and the punched tape simulates celestial dust. If we assume that he wanted to calculate when the next meteor shower would happen, then the weird design of the machine makes perfect sense. Unfortunately, he forgot about the impact of solar wind particles on the magnetic field, so the time he calculated was a few minutes early for the actual meteor shower. But considering the fact that he was from a century ago, such ignorance can be forgiven. His answer saves him from being labeled as stupid. Well, I didn't expect you to be so generous with your praise for him. Oh, so you don't agree, my silly sis? While Enki is thoroughly enjoying himself, Ninsar remains calm. Her words lack regret and delight. In the hindsight, Librarian Toodle's perseverance was indeed commendable. However, dedicating his entire lifetime to a childhood dream, a meteor shower that would never occur in his lifetime, well, that wasn't the wisest decision. Enki chuckles and shakes his head. You're getting all sentimental, sis. Aren't all Maon idiots like that? Throughout history, no Maon has ever figured out the library's secrets, but that didn't stop them from going on the path of no return. Not everyone values finding answers as much as you do, sis. Ninsar glances at the drawings on the table. But those Maons were seeking the end of the library. Even if both endeavors were futile, they had different starting points. Enki chuckles. What, sis? You think some fools are smarter than others? In my book, even if someone reaches the end of the library and uncovers the ultimate truth of the universe, it's not that big a deal. Because it's no different from watching a meteor shower. It all comes from that natural curiosity we have about the unknown. Or rather, isn't it even rarer to be an Maon like him, who resists the grandeur of the library and focuses on studying meteor showers? However, I kicked him out of the idiot club for another reason. What reason is that? Enki resumes his usual indifference. Because among all those idiots, he was particularly skilled in mechanics. I never expected him to invent such an excellent cooling system just to calculate meteor showers. With some new sprinklers, that difference engine could be turned into an automatic watering device. In that case, I can keep some flowers and plants in the future. Fine, I shouldn't have expected anything profound from you. But then again, you knew the answer from the beginning, didn't you, sis? Ninsart pauses for a moment, then nods briskly. Sure. I thought you would have figured it out earlier. I knew it long ago, but I didn't tell you about it just in case you might want to spoil the surprise. No dub? Yes, there is a dub. It's just in the main story, and we're not in the main story. But why didn't you help me more if you knew the answer? I've been busy searching for parts and fixing machines. I thought I'd have to go through his childhood diaries. Ninsar's lips curl into a subtle smile. The process is more important than the answer. Isn't that your motto? Well, now I get it. Watching you scramble around the library has been way more entertaining than just giving you the answer. Plus, I've been helping you, haven't I? If I hadn't dropped those hints along the way, you would have missed the meteor shower for sure, my clueless brother. Well, despite your words, it seems like you just wanted an excuse to hang out with me, silly sis. Why make everything so complicated when you can just be straightforward and honest? Ninsart chuckles. Think of it as payment for fixing the difference engine. By the way, aren't you planning to modify your automatic sprinkler system? Why waste your time arguing with me about this? Upon hearing Ninsar's words, Enki adjusts his glasses. Well, that can wait. I still have one more thing to do. As if remembering something, he picks up the pen from the table and returns to the desk. The librarian's manuscript still lies quietly on the table, surrounded by calculations and theories from various schools and fields. Only the space for the answer remains empty. With a rare moment of seriousness, he signs a few words. Just as solemn as the author from a century ago. On the 7th day of the tower, age 4202, the meteor shower arrived. That's it. There you go, Librarian Tootle. We did it, team! Well, that was a cute story. It was fine. I did think about the earlier part a little bit after I stopped playing it, so yeah, it was fine. But I preferred the main story. So let's get back to it! Google Play PC. More like emulator shell. I mean, yeah, it's just an emulator that's officially supported, really. But it is the only way right now. Alright, so we are officially done with everything in Chapter 1 for now. And we are about to start Chapter 2! I have heard, and don't spoil me, but I have heard that everything gets very exciting from beyond here. Is it like PGR or like Reverse 1999? It's more like PGR-ish, but you can play it top-down if you want. Alright. Let's heckin' go. Chapter 2. I'm excited. Back to voice acting. And the voice acting's really good. Circa 2,000 years before world calendar. Okay, we have to narrate this. Javriel, the Eternal City, has stood at the heart of Japheth Empire for many centuries. As the people of the Empire have come to expect, it will undoubtedly continue to do so until the end of time. The Empire was vast by the time of Thurnus the Great, but the frontiers of the Emperor's ambitions were far beyond the current borders of his domain. Okay, voice acting, I'm gonna need you guys to save me on the pronunciations here.
Father, I have arrived.
A beautiful man?
Just in time, Rubicon. Look at
Rubicon.
the water lilies in the pond. They were brought here from Memphis. This is a tribute from the governor of Memphis province. The lilies were plucked 20 days ago from the banks of the Memphis River, delicately immersed in jars filled with fresh water, transported on a ship across the Philistine Sea, and swiftly brought to Javriel. Today marks the onset of the flowering season. It would be a waste to enjoy these flowers alone, so I invited you to accompany me. I have also extended invitations to others. General Sarvis resides nearby in his mansion, and he should be joining us shortly. Are you acquainted with him?
Yes, I know him. Sarvis is a valiant general.
Knowing him is not enough, Rubicon. As my heir, you must remain well informed about all the developments in Javriel. Sarvis was recently promoted to the rank of youngest senator. It is imperative that you maintain a close relationship with him in the times to come.
Everybody in this game is the youngest something ever. They're just the youngest blank. They're all the youngest and most impressive at the same time.
Understood, Father. I shall pay him a visit later.
Well, that won't be necessary. He has already arrived.
Your Majesty.
2 beautiful men? 2?
Rise, Sarvis. Now, we await the arrival of High Priest Mirari. Sarvis, you have accomplished remarkable military triumphs on my behalf. I had promised that on the day of your senatorial promotion, you may select any city within my empire as your fiefdom, excluding Javriel.
I hope this guy is full of schemes.
Have you made your decision?
By the grace of your Majesty.
Let's skip the formalities of the Senate. Choose your city, and I shall grant it to you. Leave the pleasantries and bureaucratic matters to others.
I desire a land as warm and inviting as your Majesty's garden.
While
Alright, coming
numerous
on a bit
warm
strong
lands
there.
lie within my dominion, only one city possesses a garden-like charm. Your discernment is commendable, for you have chosen a place even I find difficult to part with. Very well. Bellefontaine shall be yours. Tend to her with care, for she is a unique and precious flower, even amidst my vast garden. Ah, here comes the High Priest as well.
Greatness be upon you, my lord. May your reign endure as long as the Tiberius River flows through the Eternal City.
Shout out to High Priest.
Indeed, at my age, divine favor is required to sustain my rule over this nation for much longer.
Worry not, Father. Your radiance shines as brightly as the sun that illuminates the entirety of Japheth.
Japheth.
You've picked up the rhetoric of those eloquent orators, Rubicon. But have you ever seen a day when the sun does not set?
I mean no disrespect, Father.
I know you do not. While your words are flattering, I believe I truly merit such praise. I no longer require badges, scepters, or crowns to demonstrate my power.
Emperor's like, I'm just that hot.
Nor do my accomplishments necessitate statues, poems, or triumphal arches to extol their glory anymore. The Senate recently bestowed upon me the title of the Sacred One. I wonder, on the day of my departure, whether the artisans will find a monument vast enough to inscribe all my titles.
Rubicon looks like some guy from War of the Visions. Man, you know, I never did play War of the Visions, but a rip to that game because isn't it getting shut down? It had a really cool art style, and I am frankly sad that they haven't used that art style in like a mainline game or something. We need to bring that to Final Fantasy and stop going like semi-hyper realistic. Yeah, EOS on May. Rip. Rip to War of the Visions. Is this guy related to Limiter Banner Girl? Yes. I say that because he's about to be gifted the city of Bellefontaine, which she always talks about.
Frequently, I have wondered what further achievements I can attain during my remaining time. My generals have conquered the entire civilized world known to us, and the remaining lands are either too remote or too desolate. My empire has transformed the Philistine Sea into an inland lake. In this regard, I've surpassed all previous emperors in history.
So these guys waltz into a bunch of countries and take them over. I'm not sure how we feel about that, guys.
When I inherited Javria, it was constructed of bricks. And when I pass it on to you, Rubicon, my beloved son, it shall be a grand, eternal city.
Not cool. True. I wonder if this will be the story of their comeuppance.
You mentioned the sun earlier, which brings something to mind. The governor of Memphis province sent me a letter along with the flowers.
I played Opera Omnia, Brave Exvius, War of the Visions, Record Keeper. They're all end of service. Dude, I know! It's so bad. You guys, I'm gonna be so sad about Opera Omnia forever. That was the best mobile game that Square Enix will ever put out, probably. And they were like, nah, it only makes 1 million a month. Let's kill it. Ugh! It was the best thing ever. You could literally get the equivalent of triple S plus characters in that game, max everything for free. Like, you could just get so many of them. Ugh, what a game. I've seen gameplay sometimes isometric, sometimes third person. Which one is it? You can change it. You can change it whenever you want. It's whatever you want it to be. Square's not in it to make a lot of money. They're in to make all the money. Real. And yet they're putting out Ever Crisis, which is just embarrassing. Ugh. It's so sad. I love Final Fantasy, but I don't love that. How's the game? This game? Yeah, good so far. We're at the start of Chapter 2.
In his letter, he mentioned an ancient legend cherished by the people of Memphis, asserting that their god of the sun was captured by conquerors from the east. According to them, the conquerors hailed from a realm known as the Arsacid Empire.
The Arsacid Empire. I continue to drill these pronunciations into my brain in the hopes that they stick.
Have you ever heard of that place?
To the best of my knowledge, the Arsacid Empire lies far to the east of our domain, inhabited by different people with a distinct culture. This region is situated near another sea.
Now it's Arsacid. Have I encountered bugs? Have I? The game crashed one time, but that's not really what I would call a bug. One time, maybe my music cut out for a little bit until I went back to the main menu, but I didn't know if that time was intentional. Yeah, they have different pronunciation.
The Memphian legend concerning the god of the sun appears to lack veracity. It is merely a deity concocted by simplistic individuals for their own peace of mind.
This guy said their religion is worse than our religion.
I understand your piety, Mirari. However, there have been countless gods worshipped in the lands conquered by Japheth.
Japheth? My guy.
Since the native people believe in those gods, it implies that those gods have favored them. And we Japhethians won't interfere with their beliefs. With that said, it is surprising to hear claims that gods walk the earth as tangible beings that can be captured like treasures. Now, I find that interesting. Rubicon, Sarvis, and Mirari, go to the Arsacid Empire and see it for me. If the God of the Sun is truly there, bring it back to my throne. Only Javriel deserves an everlasting son.
God, this guy is such a colonizer. He really said, okay, we heard about this group of people who worship this thing that they're calling God of the Sun. Let's go kidnap it. Oh my god, these guys are the worst.
Father, what should we do to the kings and lands of the Ars Acid Empire?
Ars Acid.
I desire the sun only. If they decline my request, destroy them all. And if they willingly relinquish it, you may decide their fate.
Yeah, just kill all of them if they don't want you to take their god. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna be totally fine giving up the object of their worship.
Well, I've spent too much time discussing a tiny piece of land. Let us enjoy these splendid water lilies before the sun sets.
3 months later.
Finally. This is the fabled tower that reaches the heavens.
Back in Javriel, I heard tales of it. The tales spoke of how the ancient people aspired to reach the heavens, and thus the tower was constructed. When its foundations were laid, the land was still known by its original name, Obed. I always believed it to be nothing more than fiction. I never imagined that the descendants of Obed continued to build upon it. The dreams of mankind are truly remarkable.
Good evening. Yes, good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever everybody is in.
From the way you spoke just now, one would think that we didn't emerge victorious in our great conquest, General Sarvis.
High Priest, I am sure you can sense that even as conquerors, our splendor of victory pales in comparison to this tower.
They're like, wouldn't it be cool if we could, you know, conquest more things? God, these guys.
We are facing something that cannot be conquered by force and will never bow to humans.
You speak the truth. It is not only blood and sword that invoke awe. It is the achievements built upon intangible foundations that endure.
Today, for the first time, the Japhethians bear witness to this marvel, and poets will compose new songs to commemorate this event.
This is our shared feat. Together, our names will be engraved on the next arch of triumph in Javriel.
This is just team asshole.
But before your triumph, Your Highness, we have much to accomplish. What shall we do with the subjects of the Arsacid Empire?
They have surrendered, so I have ordered our troops to cease fighting and rest.
He has a small, tiny bit of mercy. But only a little. After 3 months.
However, if the Arsacid Empire dares to resist, His Majesty's decree is to destroy it.
Father is the sun. And naturally, he does not concern himself with the insects scorched by his blazing light. But the people here are far away from Japheth. It is not their fault they are unaware of His Majesty's mighty name.
So we got the terrible, awful dad. The son with like the crumb of empathy.
I understand your point, Your Highness. It has been said that we Japhethians are like a melting pot. There are 2 points behind that statement. First, we open our hearts and minds to all who are willing to submit. Second, if anyone is as stubborn as copper and iron, We will melt them with our fire until they become part of Japheth.
Yeah, things normal people say. Wait, yeah, colonizing. Woo.
Force and fear have been the best tools your father has employed for decades. Through them, the fire of Japheth's heart burns brighter and brighter. I agree that those methods are hardly the most effective. If your highness allows, I will find gentler ways to integrate the Arsacid Empire into our fold.
What did he mean by this?
If we can make the soldiers abandon their weapons for good, they will no longer pose a threat to us, and we will not need to shed their blood.
The High Priest makes a valid point. This approach would spare the lives of those people without contradicting my father's will. What do you
Well, I am just a general, and I focus on military affairs only. I will leave the decision on other matters to you and the High Priest.
He's like, I only care about murder. Call me when the murder's back on.
Ah, Sarvis. It is evident that your knowledge and eloquence surpass those of your colleagues in the Senate. Yet, you humbly refer to yourself as just a general. I'll take that as a yes. High Priest, I hereby grant you the authority to handle the people of the Arsacid Empire at your discretion.
Arse acid.
As you wish, your highness.
Now, it is time to claim the ultimate rewards for our arduous journey.
According to the historical accounts of the Arsacid Empire, it was the Emperor Darius who brought the god of the sun from Memphis to Obed 5 centuries ago. Darius once established the greatest empire in Obed. He made Memphis his province long before Japheth came into power.
If this realm were still under his rule, I might have respectfully approached their gates and dispatched a messenger to request an audience. A man who desires to possess the sun must be as ambitious as my father.
Rubicon said, I only respect other colonizers. I don't think the other guy was actually a colonizer, though.
The Tower of Babel.
Oh. Spooky.
That's the one thing in the world, besides the stars, deserving of my upward gaze. It's only fitting that the most glorious trophy should be placed in the highest place of my kingdom.
All right, my guy, don't be a colonizer. You have to be different.
I'm now entrusting it to you, Hemion.
What is this, Your Majesty?
Pythagoras, you were in my math class.
A good question, and one that I would like to ask you, too. I have heard tales that beneath the majestic waterfalls of the Memphis River lies the dormant, ancient god of the sun. It once destroyed the capital of an ancient pharaoh, and then sank into the river. So I conquered the land of that pharaoh, and ordered countless individuals to dive into the waters, leaving no stone unturned.
Unfortunately, he sounds like a bit of a colonizer.
But the outcome was a great disappointment. The so-called god of the sun was no more than a copper sphere. While it's well crafted, the artisans of Obed could have created a work of art 10 times more intricate than that.
This is one of those games where once you get further in it, you're gonna watch someone go back and play the start of the game, and then you're gonna just understand so much more and appreciate so many of the things that get referenced. I can feel it.
I ordered my people to smash it on the spot. However, even the mightiest warriors of my immortal army could not destroy it. No weapon could even scratch its surface. I had craftsmen construct colossal pyres and burn it for 10 days, yet its shell remained unaltered.
I mean, that's just what happens when you try to burn the sun.
Finally, I instructed my warriors to transport it to the highest peak in Memphis and cast it off the cliffs. But it was the unyielding stones below that shattered, not the copper sphere.
That's literally what I'm doing right now. Well, I hope you are enjoying picking up on all the things you missed the first time.
Since long ago, you have collected many extraordinary artifacts in this tower. And you have recruited numerous scholars from my land. I have never impeded or doubted your endeavors. But now, I am asking for a small favor in return. Unravel the mystery surrounding this sphere, and the reason why the Memphians revere it as the god of the sun. And find out the secret to its immortality.
He just wants to be a copper sphere. Really small favor, he asked. Yeah. Just find out the secret to immortality for me real quick. You have a very nice voice. I could listen all day. Aw, thank you. I'm sure they'll give me pages of reading at some point. Circa 2,510 years before world calendar. After a fleeting moment enveloped in a familiar sense of chaos, clarity begins to return to my senses. Okay, we're back being our us now. The main character, basically just like Commandant PGR, except our power is that we can time travel basically. This time, the surroundings alone declare that I have been transported back to the distance past. Well, we got a little typo. The shelves are filled with old yellow scrolls made of parchment and papyrus. I randomly pick a scroll and unfold it, only to find unfamiliar symbols covering its surface. What are those?
The letters used in the Arsacid Empire.
The Arsacid Empire?
It was one of the dynasties that existed in Obed about 2,000 years before our time. The dynasty lasted for centuries, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly where we are within that period.
Did you just bring us to some random point in time?
I was just thinking about going back to 2,000 years ago, as you do.
You didn't even have a specific year or coordinates in mind? Just a vague idea?
Yeah.
I can't believe it actually worked. Seriously, it's not like you scanned anything. It's more like cheating.
I'm the main character, baby! While Arishan is busy showering me with caustic remarks, Anchirp takes the scroll from my hand and brings it to Zero.
This is a legal document about the sale of grain and a deed to a farm. While it provides concrete information, it doesn't help us determine the exact time.
You're as reliable as ever. No wonder that old man wanted to make you the next director. Why did you throw them at me?
Just to flex their animation. I'm always way too impressed when they actually do, like, grabbing something animations in these things, because so many games avoid it.
You can read them too, can't you?
Annoyed, Arishan bites her lip but starts examining the scrolls anyway.
Let's see what the heck we have here. Basic math, ledgers, lists of engineers, tax collection records, and tribute lists. All useless information. Wait. I found something, Zero.
There's even animations. Yeah, it's nice. Like, it's a visual novel format, but they add a little bit of stuff here and there to spice it up. The music is so good. Yeah, it's just really good background music. It's just a vibe. Zero approaches Erishon and glances at the contents.
This is a record written by the court scribe of the 5th Emperor.
The 5th Emperor?
He was an unremarkable emperor in the history of Obed, and not well known. Throughout its long history, Obed has been the center of powerful empires at times, and has fallen under the control of other empires at other times. The 5th Emperor's reign belonged to the latter category. During that time, the Japheth Empire in the west, ruled by Emperor Thurinus, was at its peak. Thurinus' armies extended to the farthest reaches of the known world in all directions. In the east, they reached the Arsacid Empire. During his reign, Thurinus sent an expedition army led by his son Rubicon, the High Priest Marari, and General Savis to Obed.
We saw those guys. They are all colonizers.
However, the expedition didn't result in Obed becoming a new province of Japheth, as was the case with other areas during that era. The reason for the truce remains a mystery, as no records or treaties were passed down through history. However, the Tower of Babel remained under its existing ownership during that war. Amaon, throughout different generations, protected it during all the crises and incidents, ensuring the library's safety and preservation.
That's a nice way of saying sitting on the fence. The knowledge stored in the tower is incredibly valuable, so no one would want to destroy it, right? Besides, those old chumps did have their talents, as long as they were willing to cooperate. No emperor in his right mind would give them a hard time.
So, I guess we've traveled back to 2,000 years ago?
As much as it pains me to admit it, your ability is quite remarkable.
Erishon grunts and strides ahead of us. Looking at her back, I can't help but quietly ask Zero. Why can't you two ever get along? Just kiss already!
If I remember correctly, this is the second time you've asked me a question like this.
Yes?
My answer is still the same. But, since this is your second question, I think it's best to give you more information. Erishon is the daughter of the previous director. Before my arrival, Cosmos planned to appoint her as the next director.
Before your arrival?
Yes. Similarly, before your arrival, I was supposed to become the next director.
I see. That's unfortunate. So you...
My duty is to safeguard this tower and the Library of Babel. And naturally, that includes you, as the current director.
What are you two whispering about back there? Hurry up and follow me.
We're just saying nice things about you behind your back. All right, I'm coming. Erishon moment. That's unfortunate for Erishon. She's the third option. Yeah. Thanks, didn't know about this game. Yeah, it's really cool. It only just came out on the 10th of April. Some objects in the ancient library move. Find the corresponding items to activate and deactivate them. Stand on thing. Okay.
What a rudimentary ancient device.
Certain paths in the ancient library are damaged for various reasons. Use displacement skills to reach otherwise inaccessible areas. Q. Q.
This is such a mess. It's like a battle just took place here.
Maybe that's exactly what happened. According to historical records, this is the time when the war between Obed and Japheth erupted. We might have arrived at a point where the war is still ongoing.
They can fight their wars all they want, but why did they break into the library and make such a mess? How annoying.
Let's go find Emaons from this era. They should be able to help us.
No wonder Ereshkigal is the worst 5-star. She lost to a 4-star character. That is so rude and uncalled for to Ereshkigal. She is doing her best, but fate is working against her. The shape of that building. It looks like a throne.
It used to be a throne indeed. The history of the Library of Babel and Emaon is far older than the fleeting thrones of this land. Thrones may rise and fall, yet the tower stands firm. True Emaons must adapt to the shifting of power and serve the reigning monarchs. But that does not mean we owe them our allegiance.
However, during the eras when the Tower of Babel wasn't forgotten, almost every monarch took pride in conquering it. The throne within the tower was a testament to their conquest. With the library's opening, the primordial sector housing the throne became a prominent landmark. Anyway, since we don't have a specific goal, why don't we head in that direction? Perhaps we'll stumble upon unexpected treasures.
I wouldn't trust the tier list right now. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much true for every tier list. It's so early in the game that everybody is usable, and certain future characters could also make certain previous characters even better. So yeah, just take everything with a grain of salt.
The main path ends here. Let's check out what's below.
That said, I do think the tier list people do actually generally know what they're talking about with this game. They're really passionate people who've been like crunching those numbers, so. After activating the mechanism, it doesn't operate as smoothly as expected. Instead, it rises slightly before getting stuck midair. Something seemingly hidden in the gap. Let Zero handle this. Or look at Ereshkigal. I trust in Ereshkigal. She needs to redeem herself for all this slander. Ereshkigal suggests, let's just go with the most straightforward way. Her words leave me unsettled. As expected, the next moment, Ereshkigal swiftly slices the mechanism with her scythe, astonishingly restoring it back to normal. Yeah, I knew she could do it. So we're not supposed to go this way, which is why we're going this way. Whoa.
Ugh, not even budging. I should have known not to expect anything from this old junk.
True. Some hacking guns.
Then let's be a bit more serious.
Oh, there is nothing.
Forgive all sins.
Before we can catch our breath, a rustling sound makes Ereshkigal and Zero turn their heads suddenly.
Who's there?
Ereshkigal raises her weapon, but Zero holds her back.
Wait.
figure, realizing his presence discovered, emerges from behind the bookshelf and shows himself. Is this game just a story mode or many game modes like PGR? I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of game modes. I heard there was something vaguely Warzone-like. I don't know. I'm not at endgame. As both sides recognize each other, everyone's eyes widen in surprise.
You are...
Zero pauses, letting the men speak instead.
You're Outlanders. No, wait. The symbols on your clothes.
Zero, you explain it to him.
After hearing Zero's explanation, the man remains surprisingly calm.
So, you're travelers from the future. That's truly incredible. Since you're from the future, your clothes must also be from the future. No wonder I can't place their origin. The Library of Babel is truly full of wonders.
Could you tell us which era we are in?
The man lets out a heavy sigh.
Since you're from the future, you probably already know that the current ruler of Obed, the 5th Emperor, is a disappointment.
Get his ass.
Yeah, and we know that the Arsacid Empire was at war with the Japheth Empire. Has the war ended?
The war has ended. Despite Tharinius being advanced in years, he didn't underestimate his enemy, and prepared enough troops for a full-scale war. Unfortunately, he overestimated his opponent. The 5th Emperor couldn't manage a single clash on the battlefield. As soon as he found out that Japheth only wanted a specific item from the Tower of Babel, he backed down immediately.
Japheth. Yeah, they need to give better pronunciation guides to the NPCs.
Huh. You don't seem to have a high opinion of your Emperor. Is it acceptable for a subject to say such things?
The librarian chuckles softly.
Emperor. He's far from deserving that title.
You mentioned that Japheth only wanted a specific item from the tower. What is it?
I've heard that Rubicon's ultimatum mentioned Memphis's god of the sun. I've seen it a few times, but it's disappointing. It's just a huge metal ball that doesn't seem to have any connection to the sun other than its shape. I heard it was a trophy captured by Obed's past monarch, Emperor Darius, after conquering Memphis. The item was sent away by Rubicon a few days ago, and it should be close to the Ephrathoth on the coast of the Philistine Sea by now. Then it will be loaded onto a ship and sent to Javriel.
Looks like we're too late.
No, not yet. 2,000 years ago, Ephrathah by the Philistine Sea witnessed the final glimmer of Arten.
Ephrathah.
Ephrathah by the Philistine Sea? Hold on.
As Arishan repeats Zero's words, she exchanges a glance with Zero and suddenly realizes something.
The Star of Ephrathah.
History sure loves to play tricks on us.
What's shining in Ephrathah was never a star, it's Aten. Arishan nods and looks at the librarian.
So, you don't know how to control that copper sphere either?
No, we don't. Honestly, we wouldn't even know it's something that can be activated if you hadn't mentioned it. But since those Japhethians are so desperate to get their hands on it, they might have some knowledge about it. Interestingly, Prince Rubicon and his Praetorians are currently stuck in the library.
What did you just say?
Rubicon didn't leave after obtaining that god of the sun. He learned about us and the Library of Babel from the 5th Emperor. Rubicon considered the library a treasure far more valuable than that copper sphere, so he took his soldiers inside the Tower of Babel. It happened to coincide with the opening of the library, so I'm not sure if we should call it lucky or unlucky.
So, you mean we can find him inside the Library of Babel?
Exactly. Unfortunately, I won't be able to accompany you for the rest of your journey. I need to find my companions as soon as possible.
That's all right. Thank you for all the information.
May the library be with you. Emeon from the future.
Yeah, he took that pretty well. Pretty free-to-play friendly. I cleared most of the content using only Zero, but I switched off to other characters. AoE is very strong in this game. Yeah, Zero feels pretty good. It's nice that you get all her dupes and her signature weapon from the story. And it's nice that she buffs, so she's still pretty relevant. The Star of Ephrathah.
Now we know exactly what to do next. Hopefully, we'll find something this time. Since the Japhethians are after that copper sphere, they must have heard something about it, right?
Star of Ephrathah, you mentioned.
Oh. It was an anomaly that appeared in Ephrathah, near the western shore of the Philistine Sea, around 2000 BC. According to historical records, a solitary star of unparalleled splendor emerged in the night sky above Ephrathah. Unlike other stars, it remained fixed over Ephrathah. The star was visible along the entire coast of the Philistine Sea, but it vanished shortly after its appearance, and hasn't been recorded in any astronomical observations since. Naturally, some might consider it a collective illusion, but for us Emeons, it was an undeniable anomaly. Since there were no Emeons in Ephrathah at that time, the truth behind this incident has remained a mystery for thousands of years. Until just now. Considering the time and location, it's safe to say that the Star of Ephrathah is Aten, which the Japhethian transported from the Alsacid Empire. Although it lasted only for a brief period, it did ascend back into the sky, emanating radiance and brilliance. The only question is this: who in this era discovered the command to activate it?
Was it one of our many beautiful new men? You know, if I remembered those things we had to read earlier in the first chapter better, I might have more of a clue about that. But that's okay. Now it's more of a surprise.
These are traces left by the marching soldiers.
It seems like they're not far ahead. Let's hope we can still reason with those Japhethians in the tower.
Okay, what does this say? Okay.
Forgive all sins.
Whoops. Dodge right before getting hit to release a chronosphere on the attacker. Skills 10-second cooldown. Dude, I keep forgetting to hit that button. V is in such a terrible place. I should really put it somewhere better. Let's look around. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. I'm being rewarded for my exploration. Maybe. We have Arishan. We can just
Interesting fellow.
Well, that was nice. Oh, we could probably maybe get there too. Let's look over this way. A thing rewarded for exploration. I fear nothing, and thus wield boundless strength. Cunning and patient as a viper, I await the opportune instant to make my mark. What did they mean by this? Well, now I know. Whoa. Can I get there from here? Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Interesting fellow.
Okay, okay. We're missing, lads. Okay, okay. I do not believe anymore. I don't believe. Wait, that is where I came from. That is where I came from. I was trying to get there for no reason. Yeah, don't worry. I'm a pro now. Well, okay, I'll be more of a pro. Okay. So the awkward thing about Google Play Games is that although I can press my skill with Q, I cannot aim it with Q. So I literally have to put my mouse over the Q button and hit it with my mouse, and then that lets me do stuff. Like move it like this. That definitely needs to be fixed. Oh my god. Let me in! Let me over there! Okay. Oh, I'm in focus mode? Can't believe this. Okay, what if I go all the way to here? Let me over there! Lads. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. What about this bit? This does not seem like it will get me any closer. Oh, but it did. Never mind, I guess. Why did that one go so far? Okay. Whoa, I'm so far back. Okay, let me over there. Okay, thank God. Okay, 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 okay. Skill issue? Yeah! Peak gameplay right here. Hey! This could happen to you. This is a hard game where you have to do things like press a button and go in a direction. Oh, I only got one of the treasure chests on that level. I see. There's only one in this level. I should really start paying attention to that.
Huh. Seems like those unwanted Japhethians are having some trouble too. So, if we lend them a hand now, they'll be more cooperative, right?
Blooming from the flames.
Get him, Florence.
In the name of Florence.
Oh, that's my guy.
Forgive all sins.
Are you Emeons? Our general's looking for you.
Why bother being polite with these wicked sorcerers? We wouldn't be trapped in this never-ending labyrinth if it weren't for them.
General ordered us to treat Emeons with proper etiquette.
Erishon raises an eyebrow at the side.
Well, let's skip the pleasantries. To be honest, we're looking for your commander, too. And you should already know that none of you will make it in this maze without us.
Are you threatening us?
Silence! I apologize. Our general's nearby, but this place is dangerous. Please allow us to clear a path ahead for you.
Okay, this time I will find the treasure chest. There's only one. It has to be somewhere. there a button? There's not a button. Okay, maybe it's a bit further in. Are there character roles? Yeah, there are.
Despite all their fancy talks, they need our help in the end.
The fire is burning.
Thank you for coming to our aid once again.
I hope people understand this company is their first game. PC Client's gonna take a while. Yeah, like... I mean, in a way, it's very similar to the story of PGR, right? Like, PGR took a long time to get its PC client. And its English dub, may I remind you all, it didn't have an English dub for years. So the fact that it has one at all, and the fact that it's got a PC client is pretty awesome and shows how far it's come. But I guess we have to see how this game does to see if it can get its PC client. But if we enjoy it, if we support it, it will get the client undoubtedly. But yeah, this is this company's first game. They are made up of people who include former developers from Punishing Grey Raven. And I think it was like, there were like 120 people on this team or something. It's over 100 anyway. So they're doing all right. They've made a very polished game, all things considered. So yeah, and they are very, very good with letting the players know about bugs and other issues. They're posting it all the time on their Discord, like, oh yeah, we've noticed this is a problem, we're working on it, and then they post like a few hours later and they're like, okay, we fixed it. So yes, very transparent, and it's nice to see. The thing that people don't like for PC, it's only available from Google Play Games. I believe they're trying to fix the issue where it's not working on emulator. They've said that they're trying to do something about the third-party programs. I don't believe that's intentional, but of course I don't 100% know. But at least it is supported somewhere on PC officially, unlike PGR back in the day.
No need to thank us. You mentioned your general is close, so I wonder where we can find His Royal Highness.
You filthy scum! How dare you ask of His Majesty's whereabouts? His Majesty showed great sincerity by bringing only dozens of Praetorians into this tower, as per your request. But you set your vile trap and scattered us.
Oh, I get it. You guys got separated.
You...
Please, Ere, stop.
Our general is just up there, not too far away. Please, head in that direction.
Can I trouble you for one more favor? Alright. I've been grappling with certain questions for quite some time now. I've heard of the vast knowledge held by the revered Emeons, and I was hoping you could shed some light on them for me. Here's my first question. Whether it's in my homeland Japheth or in Obed, the cycle of day and night remains an unalterable law. So, is there a creature that walks with 4 feet in the morning, 2 feet in the afternoon, and 3 feet at night? Perhaps terms morning, afternoon, and evening hold deeper meaning. Now that's an animal with a bunch of legs. Maybe the eagle's legs change when it flies. Oh, dude. That's an animal with a bunch of legs. That's too funny not to say. That's not the correct answer. Wait, I can just try again forever? I can't believe he didn't call me names for being so stupid. Maybe they hold deeper meaning. The Japheth soldier said, "Ah, hearing you say that has truly opened my mind. Please, accept my deepest respect." No worries, mate. Wow, a few crumbs of change. Okay, I still need my treasure chest, which is somewhere. Maybe it's not anywhere yet. Go back to the soldier. I need 2 more ants for the chest? Okay, thank you. I would have just, like, left him forever. Saved by chat! Saved by chat! Okay. 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 That does explain why the reward was so pathetic. Hold on a moment. I have some lingering questions. I've caught wind of the poets of Delphi spinning tales of a mystical entity that runs incessantly but never walks, possesses a mouth that utters no words, a head that sheds no tears, and a bed where sleep never finds solace. Could such a being truly exist? You already have Florence. I envy you. Yeah, I did go to pity for her, but at least I hit the 70-30. At least this bird never walks, the legendary footless bird. Only the river meets all the criteria of this enigma. The portraits in the art gallery. They've got mouths that utter no words, heads that shed no tear. Oh my gosh. If I say bird and get it wrong, do I start from the first question? That's what we're gonna say. Bird. That's not the correct answer. What do you mean the legless bird wasn't real? Okay, you don't have to start from the start. That's good game design. You could just not know anything and then be fine. The Japhethite soldier says, "I knew you could easily answer this one." Yeah. After I gave you the dumbest answer on Earth. What game is this? Is it good? Yeah, this is Black Beacon. It is a game that will remind you of PGR and is made by some of the same developers who worked on PGR back in the day. And you can choose... if we can get it to work. Nope, it has forsaken me. We're rumbling the screen. Okay, you can theoretically go into free view. I guess this counts as a bug. It's not letting me go into free camera, but normally you can. Okay, this one just gave up, I guess. What if the only PGR I want is more PGR? Well, then that's great because PGR updates all the time. Is there controller support on mobile? No. I don't believe there's controller support anywhere. I haven't tried controller on mobile since the beta, but it didn't work in the beta, and I'm assuming it still doesn't work. Your insights are appreciated, yet allow me to delve into the final question. Within Obide, we are not Obed anymore. Within Obide lies an age-old puzzle, a riddle that I'm sure, as an MA on, you must be familiar with. It's a unique and priceless treasure that not even the mighty Emperor Darius could lay his hands on. All I know is that, come nightfall, they materialize when no one seeks them, only to disappear by day when no one dares snatch them away. A pearl that only shines in the nighttime, perhaps? No one's snatching away the moon. They're stars. They're the myriad treasures that twinkle in the night sky. Have you considered the moon? What do you mean no one's snatching away the moon isn't the right answer? I was right though. No one's yoinking it. Stars up. The alpha skin is baked before Ishmael. I mean, it's an incredible coating. Let's be real. Let's all just be honest with ourselves for a second. It's just such a shame that, I mean, you know, Nanami is right there, and she's very strong. It may sound like moon, but it's applied to more than one. Oh, I just like saying the silly answers first. Nana can snatch the moon, baby. I believe that she can. Nana should have had a skin. Yeah, she should. But maybe that means that she is going to get a post-launch one that's really, really cool. Maybe the devs will see that everybody goes nuts for Nana. Everybody loves Nana, and then she'll get special treatment. Had to skip Nanami, took the Tsubaki bait. I can't blame you. There will be ways to get Nanami soon anyway. The Japheth soldier says, "Ah, I believe this is the correct answer. You're truly the revered mouthpieces of the gods." Say the worst answer every time first, never punished. Thank you, my friends, for telling me that's how you get the chest. It is interesting that there is more to getting the chests than just running around and looking for them. I appreciate that. My favorite coating is the Conway Tenebrion Halloween one. Yeah, that, honestly, it's an oldie but a goodie at this point. New Camu frame when? Sarvis. They gave him a 3D model.
You're just in time. Although we haven't met, judging by the patterns on your garments, I assume you are Emeons, the caretakers of this ancient tower, correct?
You could say that.
The vastness of this world is truly beyond mortal imagination. When I first heard about the Library of Babel, I dismissed it as mere ramblings of the common folk. Turns out this marvel really exists. I'm sure the Japhethian poets will compose 1,000 new epics about it. Allow me to express my sincere admiration. However, as you can see, we are lost inside this tower. Could you show us the way out?
So anyway, who are you?
Watch your tongue. A commoner like you has no right.
Hey Sarv, we have your granddaughter here. I started PGR this patch. Your videos help me figure out what to pull. I'm glad. We love trying to help people. The blue target resets next patch probably, so if you haven't picked out a character in that yet, you should consider doing it. There is a video coming about it. I'm just slacking because Black Beacon took over my life. Most dedicated PGR YouTuber? Well, thank you. I'm just very obsessed.
It's all right. They're the hosts here. It's only natural for them to ask the name of their guests. I am Sarvis, a senator of Japheth and a general serving Prince Rubicon. Lord Thuranis is a benevolent emperor who welcomes scholars from all corners of the world. We will be returning in a few days, and if you are interested in joining us, I can take you back to Javriel.
He's not benevolent. He's not benevolent. He's just a colonizer. It's gotta reset. Yes, it is. Or at least it did in Ishmael's patch in the Chinese version, and presumably the same thing will happen for us here. Of course, it's always a little bit hard to say with the synchronization and stuff, but we pretty much had everything when the Chinese version did, so yeah. Pretty fair to say it should reset. It would be cruel and unusual if they waited until our anniversary to reset it.
But of course, that's on the condition that you lead us out of this fantastic labyrinth.
I've heard that Rubicon's ultimatum mentioned Memphis's god of the sun.
Until just now. Considering the time and location, it's safe to say that the Star of Ephrathah is Aten, which the Japhethian transported from the Arsacid Empire.
Ephrathah, Aten, Japhethians. All these nouns we've learned to pronounce. The scattered clues start to form a bigger picture. So you're the ones who took away Aten.
Atem? You mean the ancient god of the sun in Memphis? We've traveled all the way here to retrieve it. Do you have a problem with that?
Well, you see, we also want that. Sarvis appears unsurprised by my response.
During our journey, my men gathered many records about Aten, and I've heard about your research on the god of the sun. But there's nothing I can do, as His Majesty has decreed that if there is a sun on Earth, it shall only rise above the eternal city and shine down upon his throne. As for the Emperor of Arsacid, well, I don't think his lousy chair deserves such high honor. Obed witnessed the rise of its first sun-wielding monarch, Darius. It's such a shame that his successor would fall so far.
Arishan narrows her eyes and starts fishing for information.
Since you've come here for Aten, you must know how to harness it, right?
Sarvis furrows his brow.
What do you mean by harnessing it? Are you suggesting it's a living being that can be controlled?
Sweaty man.
Yeah. With the right commands, you can order it to do anything you want. Wait, you didn't know that?
This game has very good moments of tension like this.
Commands? So that metal ball understands commands?
Of course it does. How else did you make it float above Ephrathah? How did you deactivate it in the end?
Float, Ephrathah, deactivate? I'm utterly puzzled by what you're saying. I've heard that Emeon means mouthpieces of the gods in ancient languages. It is said that your task is to listen to prayers and provide answers, not ask questions. If you have forgotten your duties after all these years, I don't mind reminding you.
Sassy.
Or are you trying to buy time?
I didn't even look at what that said. Oh, not the dictionary. His gaze suddenly turns cold. I see.
Are you using this labyrinth to separate us from Prince Rubicon and now asking questions to stall for time?
No. Completely composed, he steps in our direction, and the soldiers around him raise their weapons, closing in. At that moment, Zero positions herself in front of me. No, you've got it all wrong, my guy.
I also hope this is a misunderstanding, but your words and actions lack sincerity.
I can't believe you would say that about me.
If you want to clear up this misunderstanding, please lead us out of this labyrinth.
I don't think he's asking. I've already made it clear. We're here for Aten. Give us Aten first, otherwise we won't offer any help.
What a
Give us
shame.
the sun.
It seems you're intentionally delaying my return to His Highness. We have traveled all the way here, but failed to find worthy opponents. And my soldiers are eager for a proper fight.
Hello, Pink Lady. Hello, chat. Yes, hello to everybody.
Now I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to fulfill their wish. Show us your legendary skills, Emeons. Take them down!
Bit rude.
Forgive
well,
all sins.
Get absolutely granddaughtered.
Blooming from the flames. In the name of Florence.
Looks like you've had some professional combat training. Praiseworthy, but your coordination was a total disaster. You might be good in gladiator battles against beasts, but when it comes to my battle-hardened legion, you're as vulnerable as a kitten before a lion. Phalanx formation, soldiers! Don't underestimate our foe!
General, monsters are swarming in.
Hold the line! Maintain formation! Wipe out all those monsters and capture those Emeons alive!
What are you waiting for, Master Director? Do you seriously think we can defeat the mighty Japheth Phalanx at the peak of their power? Just activate your amazing time machine and make a quick escape.
We're the monster. To the past or the future.
Anywhere will do. Just stop with the questions and do something.
I can take him.
Just go to the future, like a month later. Let's get away from them.
Let's start scanning. Time travel. Yes, Legionnaires, clump up and eat our AoEs. Chaos disperses. However, the scene that unfolds freezes everyone in place. Why is the knight leading Roman soldiers? It's because this guy, like, serves the Roman soldier guy. Instead of escaping from Sarvis and his soldiers, we find ourselves right in the midst of their encirclement.
Is your time travel ability malfunctioning or what? Are you sure you've sent us a month ahead?
Before I can answer Erishan's questions, I notice Sarvis walking directly towards me.
Please stand down.
Looking at Zero, who takes defensive stance, Sarvis displays a slightly surprised expression.
Dear Emeon, I bear no ill intentions.
His gaze shifts from Zero to me.
Have you forgotten our agreement?
Huh? Sarvis raises his hand, and the surrounding soldiers immediately step back and kneel before us. This unexpected twist leaves Erishan and Zero stunned. Bro sounds way too creepy. It's excellent! It's excellent! Oh, I'm so happy. I want him to be a schemer. I want him to be the worst person ever. I want him to just go nuts at me. Meanwhile, Sarvis steps forward and takes my hand.
Ah, thanks, Emeons. You truly are the mouthpieces of the gods.
You can't fix him. I don't want to. I want him to be worse. I can make him worse.
Following the divine words you delivered, we managed to appease the wrath of the god of the sun. It is you who have saved the world from destruction and allowed us to witness the true sun once more.
Is he playing us? Or did we miss all the good parts by time traveling?
The people of Japheth, the Arsacid Empire, and all other regions should be grateful for the news you brought.
We saved the world? We definitely trust you about it. Zero tilts her head in confusion. Erishan steps forward and positions herself between Sarvis and me. Yeah, she knows I only want to be surrounded by beautiful women.
What are you even talking about?
Her words snap Sarvis. Snap Snarvis? Her words snap Sarvis out of his excitement. His what now? He reaches into his armor and takes out a piece of parchment.
I apologize for my excessive enthusiasm. This is the note you asked me to write down.
Before Sarvis finishes his sentence, Arishan's eyes light up as she reaches out towards Sarvis. However, just as her fingertips are about to touch the corner of the parchment, a violent tremor shakes the ground beneath us. It feels like a powerful force is about to erupt from below. In that moment, an intense sense of unease washes over me. Don't make me choose! Pink solidarity, Arishan! Arishan quickly pulls her hand back and swiftly carries me over her shoulder, leaping away from the area. In the next instant, a colossal figure falls from the sky and lands in front of us. 0 all the way. You guys don't like Arishan? You guys don't like that she's mean to you? Oh heck, 3D cutscene. It's that guy from the start.
No! This won't get us anywhere! Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Take us back to 500 years ago. To Darius.
Well, it's a good thing I listen. Very dramatic. Good scene. Good exciting scene. Lots of tension, an action section. This game has it all. One month ago.
I'm grateful, Your Highness. If it weren't for your intervention, I might have been lost in that labyrinth forever.
Don't mention it. High Priest Mirari insisted on bringing the Emians along, and it turned out to be a wise decision. Otherwise, we would have been trapped on that endless stairway forever.
No, he's such a colonist, he never learned how to say Emian. We're back to Emian again. Well, I guess it's not as bad as Emian, like that one NPC.
Speaking of Emians, I encountered a few of them in the tower, and they were dressed in a peculiar fashion. They mentioned something beyond my comprehension. According to them, the copper sphere we transported back to Japheth appears to be a living entity or a device that can be activated through specific commands.
We gave them too much info.
They also claimed that the ancient god of the sun in Memphis would rise again over Ephrathah, and they held us responsible for this occurrence.
Where are those Emians now?
Emian.
I apologize, Your Highness. I had intended to capture them alive and gather more information. Although they were skilled fighters, their lack of coordination made them vulnerable, and we could have easily defeated them. However, just as my soldiers closed in on them, they vanished into thin air.
Yeah, that's what we do.
At first I thought it was an illusion, but the marks left on my soldiers' weapons and armor are undeniably real.
Sarvis, after witnessing numerous miracles in the library, are you still amazed by such minor happenings? I won't be surprised by anything that happens within those infinite rooms. It astonishes me that Obed possesses such a treasure. If the claims of those Emians are true, the Library of Babel contains answers to all questions in the world.
Emians.
Regardless, that copper sphere, even if it is connected to the sun, doesn't matter anymore. The sun rises every day, but it doesn't provide answers to humanity's questions about the world.
Speaking of which, how is the negotiation progressing, High Priest?
The clerks have prepared the necessary documents, stating that the Arsacid Empire will become our vassal state in exchange for our protection. Once you add your signature, the contract will be sealed.
There is no need. The treaty is now null and void. Disseminate my orders. Instruct our soldiers to besiege the city. We shall capture Obed, seize the tower, and claim the library for Japheth. The library of the gods. I never realized that such a wondrous place truly existed in this world.
Your Highness?
I understand your perplexity, General. While reneging on our word is dishonorable, let's consider the fact that the Arsacid Empire is corrupt, and its emperor is an imbecile.
Yeah, I mean, lying is bad, and also, so is colonizing. But have you considered that the place we want to colonize is bad, and also the leader is dumb? Have you ever thought of that, Sarvis?
If they attempt to exploit the power within the tower for nefarious purposes in the future, I believe you comprehend my concerns, Sarvis. Only Japheth possesses the power to safeguard this marvel from the unworthy.
Nice animation. A cloud of dust rises from the distant road.
A swift horse is approaching, Your Highness. The rider appears to be a messenger.
Bring him to me.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Rise. From where do you hail? And what tidings do you bring?
Your Highness, you commanded my unit to escort the God of the Sun back to Javril. Several days ago, we arrived at Ephrathal on the eastern shore of the Philistine Sea, which is under Herod's dominion.
I know. Herod is one of my father's numerous vassals. Did he show any disrespect toward you?
No, quite the contrary. He treated us with great respect and insisted warmly that we stay at his royal court for the night. Then, at midnight, while we were sleeping, we were awakened by a radiant glow outside the palace. We went to investigate, and, to our astonishment, the sun had risen beneath the stars.
Did the wine addle your senses? What nonsense are you talking about?
What I speak is the truth, Your Highness. We witnessed it with our own eyes.
Go on. Tell me what happened.
Well, my servants, the soldiers slumber now. Now it's time for you to fulfill your promise to me. And should you dare to deceive me, your suffering will be 1,000-fold worse than your darkest nightmare.
Disregarding the blades pressed against their throats, the slaves from Memphis bow their heads.
Your Majesty, every word we speak is true. Our ancestors were once priests of Memphis, serving pharaohs for generations in the distant past. After the kingdom of pharaohs crumbled, we were exiled, but fortunate enough to find shelter in your court.
Voice acting's so good, I just joined. Yeah, like, from top to bottom, this game just emanates quality. Like, and the voice acting, it's superb. It's superb. It's some of the best out of the gate, out of the box gotcha voice acting I've heard. It's genuinely very, very good. There are some instances of characters pronouncing like proper nouns differently from each other, like names of places and people and things, occasionally. And sometimes you'll see typos in the text, but they usually aren't reflected in the voice acting. But yeah, the voice acting is all really good. All the characters sound great. All the lines are really well delivered. It's like, it's so immersive.
Our deepest secrets are never recorded, but passed down through oral tradition among our closest blood relations. Among them lies the secret of the god of the sun. During the era of Pharaoh Akhenaten, the priests discovered how to harness the power of the sun, bending it to the pharaoh's will. It is the language of the gods. Merely recite the divine words, and the sun will rise at your command. Through it, you shall attain divinity and achieve immortality, just as the ancient pharaohs did.
Herod sneers.
Yet you do not hesitate to share such deepest secrets with me.
It's precisely because you are a benevolent and generous ruler. That's why we're willing to reveal these secrets to you.
Skillfully, the slave continues to persuade Herod.
Thurnus is nothing more than a tyrant who has ravaged our lands. If it were not for your generosity, we would all be living as mere livestock now. Your Majesty, I cannot bear to see you continue to bow before that tyrant.
Benevolent? Generous? Such descriptions are rare, but you're correct about one thing. We are both kings, so why should I kneel before that tyrant and allow my country to be reduced to a mere province of Japheth?
Herod rises from his throne.
Very well. Let me see for myself if your claims hold true.
The lips of the slave, kneeling below the throne, curl into a silent smile. He murmurs softly, as if in prayer, at a volume only he can hear.
All deeds have consequences. All debts must be paid.
We have heard this before. By this time, Herod has reached the copper sphere in the courtyard, beginning to recite the so-called divine words as instructed by the slave. The lines on the surface of the sphere gradually illuminate, like the reopening of an eye that has been dormant for too long. A faint light emanates from the copper sphere, causing it to tremble gently and detach itself from the ground. Flames erupt from the sphere, unleashing waves of heat that disperse the cool night air. A small circular patch of dawn appears in the middle of Herod's garden. All eyes are filled with astonishment as the copper sphere ascends slowly toward the stars, shrinking in size even as its light grows brighter. It resembles a new star.
Arise, sun. From this moment onward, even the stars shall pale in comparison to the sun I have awakened!
Damn, people gotta stop touching things they don't understand. True. I got all these people in a lot of trouble. Okay, there's one treasure here. I must find the treasure. Herod voice actor is kind of going off. Yeah, true. Darius. 2,490 years before the world calendar. My body has grown accustomed to the sensation of time travel. Once again, my vision becomes clear. The empty library, illuminated by the candlelight within the fire pit, is filled with tiny specks of dust floating in the air. The serenity of the surroundings makes it an intense moment of life and death. Makes the intense moment of life and death seem as unreal as hallucinations.
I take back what I said about our director being an imbecile. Having a time machine at our disposal is actually pretty convenient.
True. Are you being sarcastic?
Well, it depends on how you interpret what I'm saying. What? Finally done dealing with me? The former #1 director candidate?
Without responding, Zero grabs a thick scroll from the bookshelf and starts examining it. The unfurled scroll reveals unfamiliar glyphs, which are quite different from the previous Arsacid Empire text.
The collected letters of Obed royal family. Volume 3, Darius, the king of all kings. Written by a historian from the Obed court.
They should have left Erishon behind? How could you say that? She's pink.
The second half is blank. Looks like this volume is incomplete. It appears that we have indeed arrived in the era of Darius, around 500 years before the 5th Emperor's reign.
You mean the era when Obed still had control over the god of the sun? Zero nods.
That Emeon we encountered mentioned that Darius was the one who first brought Aten from Memphis to Obed. Sarvis also mentioned that Darius was the first ruler of Obed to harness the power of the sun.
I see. The fact that the Japheth soldiers didn't know the command to activate a 10 suggests that it had already been lost by their time. Compared to the era of Japheth, the era of Darius was closer to the era of Aten, which means Darius is more likely to know the command to activate a 10.
Besides, there's something else that concerns me. The giant we just encountered. Actually, we might have encountered it once before. Back in our time, when you entered the Tower of Babel and activated the dormant beacon, we came across something very similar, Sia.
Memories fled back as I recall the giant standing in front of the monolith. Something doesn't quite match up, though. The giants we ran into the first time only had its upper body.
Indeed. The giant in our time was missing its lower half, so I can't say for sure if it's the same giant. Moreover, I'm sure you remember the stuff we got from the mutilated giant.
Zero holds out her hand, revealing a fragment of a crown that fell from the giant. What are my thoughts on the story? I think it's good. I think it's good. It's one of those stories where it's not like high octane shonen action. You do actually need to be paying attention and thinking and trying to remember the last piece of information that you got. I think you'll appreciate it more. Which is why I say that if you play it once and then you go back and play it again, I bet you're gonna have a really good time noticing all the things that went over your head the first time because you didn't have all the information. It's one of those kind of games that makes you appreciate things you've already done when you do them again. And I really like that type of game.
According to Master Ninsar, it belonged to Darius. So, it must have come from this era.
A peculiar feeling washes over me. It is as if all the threads of time have intertwined into a massive knot somewhere in the depths of history. All the clues we've gathered so far are like scattered leaves from the same tree, and behind each leaf we catch a glimpse of the blurry figure of Darius.
Sorry for interrupting your discussion, but that was the first time I saw that huge guy. So that giant has been after you? What did you do to anger it so much?
We didn't do anything.
And there's one more thing, Sarvis. The second time we met Sarvis, his attitude was completely different.
Dear Emeon, I bear no ill intentions.
Spoken like someone who bears no ill intentions.
Have you forgotten our agreement?
We don't have enough information to understand the reason behind it yet.
One moment he wanted to kill us, and the next moment he was happy to see us.
Zero freezes as if she remembers something.
Just to confirm, when we met Sarvis for the second time, it was a month after our first encounter, right?
I believe so.
Did you figure something out, or...?
Erishon's words trail off as she seems to realize something as well. Well, I mean, in order for him to have agreed something with us previously, we would have had to gone back after this, right? at that moment, I realized something too. There's only one situation that can explain the drastic change in Sarvis's attitude. There's only one miracle that matches his description of appeasing the wrath of the god of the sun. Could it be during the month? Aten was activated and then deactivated?
I'm afraid so. Sarvis didn't have a clue about Aten's activation during our first encounter. But in the second encounter, he mentioned that they had somehow appeased the wrath of the god of the sun. So during that month, Aten must have been reactivated and turned into the star of Ephrathah. Sarvis also said that we delivered divine words and saved the world from destruction. It means that we were the ones who helped deactivate Aten, extinguishing the star of Ephrathah.
Am I playing on mobile or iPad? No, I'm playing it on PC using Google Play Games, which is like a officially supported emulator type thing. Yeah, Google Play Games. Not to be confused with the Google Play Store. It's a different thing. But yeah, it's fine. My experiences with it have been pretty good. Not everybody seems to be able to say that. It seems like gotcha. See, the gotcha is how well this game runs. But for me, it's been good. How could we have possibly helped them? We don't know the command. The two of them exchange a glance, staying quiet for a few seconds.
Remember what Enki said?
Be careful. The prophecy may actualize itself.
Actions taken to prevent tragedy can end up causing it. Now I understand that Sarvis wasn't exaggerating when he said we saved the entire world from destruction. After Aten was reactivated, its power must have kept increasing, just like when it destroyed Akhenaton. Imagine what would happen if a fusion reactor continues to increase its power output without being shut down. We obtained the command and delivered it to Sarvis. However, it wasn't us from the present. Rather, it was us from some point in the future. Because of our time travels, the prophecy actualized itself.
Yeah, let's just not think about it.
Sure.
There is no other choice.
Now we're not just responsible for saving the library in our era, but also saving the world in Sarvis's era.
We're in a terrible loop. Sarvis has more personality than the prince. Well, to be fair, the prince hasn't gotten much of a chance to speak yet. I was able to find a workaround for the crashing, so I'm able to play the game now. Hooray! I hope you all get to play the game. It's really fun. How many chapters has the side quest of the twins? Like, it has like 5 nodes, I think. Hi, Lena Sarah. Who's your favorite character in the game so far? It is... It's hard to pick because I do like a lot of the characters. I do want to say Ninsar. I also like Viola, even though she hasn't really done anything in the story yet. I like Nana. Her design is amazing, and her voice is really good. I hope she appears in the story more at some point. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's really good. I don't dislike anyone, which is so rare. Normally there's characters in these games and I'm just like, I don't want to see them. They're just nothing to me. But everyone is endearing in their own way. Even Shamash, who is like not a me character. But then when you pull him in the gacha and he just says Shamash, then I'm like, oh yeah, he's a great guy. I love Shamash. I have team Shamash now. Like, all of them have something good about them.
We must move on and find the command to deactivate Aten. And deliver it to Sarvis. If we fail, both eras will veer off their intended paths and collapse completely.
What would happen then?
I'm not going to answer that. There are a bunch of geezers in Emeon who specialize in time paradoxes. I've never paid attention to their lectures. All I know is that it would be very, very, very bad.
Arishan scoffs and strides ahead. She loves a bit of that. Everyone's outfits are cool too. Yeah, they all look amazing. The best part about the outfit designs in this game is it feels like the characters are dressed in a way that makes sense for them. It makes sense for like either their job or where they come from, and it says something about them instead of just feeling like a gacha outfit for the sake of being a gacha outfit. You know what I mean? They're really good designs. Team Smash. He always just says well when I log in, like I'm a bug. I love the way Arishan looks, but don't really like her personality. I like her personality. I think it's fine. She's a bit rough around the edges, but it's nice to have a character who's like that. It's also nice that the pink character is not the very demure kind one. They like doing that with pink characters a lot. A sense of intense unease starts creeping into my mind. Are we moving forward by our own will, or are we being manipulated by an invisible force called destiny? No one can answer that question. What chapter am I on? 2. Okay, there is a treasure chest somewhere here. I must find it. Okay, this is an invisible wall. We cannot go back here. Wait. Uh-huh. Secret. Nevertheless, we persist, laying foundations, nurturing generations, until footprints of humanity stretches across the celestial oceans. Spooky. Is there even any indication that that's there? I love how the characters don't swoon over the main character. They're still questioning and doubting the main character. Yeah, like, the relationship with the seer, the main character, feels believable. Like, we just kind of ended up here and suddenly had lots of power and they're just rolling with the punches. But yeah, it feels good. Like, they're warming up to me a little by this point, but we're not besties. It's a good thing to have some conflict. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. I love the characters in this are mean. They can be mean. They can be distrusting. You're like, oh, I don't know. Is this character gonna betray me at some point? You know, it's good. It's good. It's really good drama. Like Rover and closed beta test. The CBT1. I will never forget you. It marks a chest when you get to the screen where you missed it. Interesting. Is that if you do the level again? Okay, well, let's keep going for now. Some guys.
Who are those people?
Judging by their attire, they must be the Immortal Army, Darius's Praetorians.
Of course I know that, but why are there so many Immortal Army soldiers wandering inside the library in this era?
Everybody loves the library.
Your Majesty, please forgive us. We are devoted to you.
This guy is not okay.
Hey! They can't even hear us. Never mind. Let's keep going. We'll surely find someone we can reason with, right?
Does the story have trial characters? Yes, it does. It does something pretty interesting, actually. It will usually give you like 1 or 2 trial characters, and then let you fill the 3rd slot with your own character. So if you want to just use the trial characters, that's fine. But you can also have an easier time or just use your favorite too. So it's really cool. So in this one, I wasn't paying attention when I selected this level, but I think I still have Arishan and Zero. Yeah, I do. So in this case, Arishan, this lady, and Zero, this lady, they are both my trial characters, but Florence, this lady, is the lady that I pulled on the gacha, and she's just here because I wanted her to be here. I was able to choose the 3rd slot. Oh, I can finally do free perspective after it wasn't working earlier. Yeah, and now I can show the new people that you can change your perspective in this game if you want to. You can play it like a regular action RPG instead of top-down. And I think that's really cool. How good is this gonna be for screenshots? The answer is very. We can admire these spooky guys who are not doing okay. Does controller work well? Well, it doesn't work at all, so I'm gonna say no. I'm guessing that's something they add later. It's a wild thing that they didn't have right away. I actually really like using mobile controllers when I'm on mobile, because my phone is big and my hands are small, and a controller helps with that. But it's still fun. Is Florence worth it to pull, or should I wait for the next limited? I mean, she's pretty strong, but I feel like she's not so strong that you probably can't live without her compared to the other characters. I'm sure, like, stronger characters will happen at some point. You know, it's so hard to say this early on in a game. She could be amazing for ages, or she could get outclassed. Like, we don't know what the power creep or anything is going to look like in this game. I would love it if they would balance things really well. But we'll see. In this game, you also don't need to use 3 characters of the same element like you do in PGR. In fact, elements have their own special effects. Every element is different. So that's like a whole thing too. I don't know about it properly yet, but she's on par with standard characters. Yeah, that's what I've come to understand. Licha, if you want a standard character, get him. The one guy, the 1 5-star guy. He's like supposed to be super strong. He's supposed to be the strongest person right now. But even so, I imagine it's not so far over everyone else that you can't just use your favorites at the moment. But yeah, if you want to save your pulls, and if you're not really into Florence, if like this lady does not appeal to you, then you can probably live without her. I mean, again, it's way too early to say, but she's not so overpowered. Like, they didn't make the standard characters feel useless next to her, which is excellent. The black outfit of Florence is gorgeous. Yeah, it is. And it's so easy to get. You can get palette swaps of every character's outfit just by leveling their friendship a bit, which is really easy to do. Her animations are dope, though. I mean, yeah, if you like her, go for her. I mean, you can even get her signature weapon for free with the current event that's going on. Or you can wait for the next banner, which has Ching in it, and she's kind of like Chu a little bit, and except she's got glasses, but kind of a very similar moveset to Pavo. And her weapon will also be free on the same event. So if you don't want Florence and you love glasses ladies, you can save for her instead and get her weapon for free. Alright, let's go back to top down. Okay. Can we talk to any of these guys?
Those who betray His Majesty will pay with their lives.
Man, these guys are not okay.
In the mighty name of Darius, the king of all kings.
Man. I've noticed as the character's status diagrams aren't that accurate. Many characters seem mid on their diagrams, but they deal huge damage anyway. Yeah, probably. Honestly, I haven't paid attention to those. Nana, best girl, she's awesome. I love her. Do you need to level your characters to clear content, or is it pretty easy to go through the story? You get trial characters. The two characters on the side, the 1 and 2 ones, those are both trial characters right now. And they are perfectly fine. The story so far has been very, very easy to clear with just the trial characters. Florence has a free skin from one of the events. That is true. It makes her look vaguely Selena looking, like human Selena looking. we get somewhere from here? No, that is a cliff. Can we? There we go. Okay, there's probably nothing here. I saw a section for friends. Is there co-op in some way? I saw a thing that said, like, a daily co-op attempts, like, something out of 10 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not far enough in the game. I've been going through the game really slow because I wanted to do the story on stream, and it takes a while. If I end up not maining the game, I might still do story stuff. It's interesting. Yeah, I think it's completely worth it for that. All right, let's see if there are any other secrets. Oh, invisible wall. Secrets, secrets. No secrets. Probably, maybe. Enemies' ranged attacks hitting the chronosphere will be parried. Huh, interesting.
It's those pesky creatures again. Hey,
so I'll
use your
swap to
time-stopping ability on them.
This is the Trial Erishon. And as you can see, I'm getting through them very easily, even though I don't know what I'm doing with her. Oh.
Interesting fellow. Then let's be a bit more serious.
She doesn't new to them. You have to be close to them. I forgot that was one of the ways she got nerfed. Called the beta.
Interesting fellow. Then let's be a bit more serious.
And Zero, she's like main poster girl. She buffs. So when you do her E skill twice, I think, she gets that like attack boost.
Complete insight.
And then, yeah, you can swap to anyone and stuff. If you like quick swapping in Wuwa, you can do that here too. Like, yeah. So that's also neat.
Halt, Oriole. End up like the sacrifices hanging there.
That doesn't sound good. Chest! There it is! Defeat the frenzied immortal army soldiers to activate. Oh
then
god!
Let's be a bit more serious.
Oh. We did it. We got our chest. Yeah, I kind of like the way it makes you work for the little goodies, the little chests, but it tells you if there is 1 or 2 or whatever in the level, so you're not like just searching aimlessly.
Then let's be a bit more serious.
This era, it's truly weird.
True.
Obviously, those immortal army soldiers have been wandering around inside the library for quite some time.
Thanks for doing this for us. Most people skip for pulls. I want to enjoy the story. Yeah, we have pulls sometimes at the start of the stream, and then we go full story. Yeah, the story is so good. Like, I'm super into it. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. It doesn't matter who goes in the support slot when setting up a team. There's a thing that you can click that changes who your entering character is, if that's what you mean. If not, I don't know what you mean. I skipped a bit in the game knowing I'm gonna watch Lena play through the story. Well, I hope you're enjoying whatever comes later with the endgame stuff. I don't think my PC can handle emulating. Oh man, that sucks. Maybe on the low settings.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be so worn out.
What exactly happened?
Can you tell me more about Darius's achievements?
Emperor Darius was the ruler of the ancient Obed Empire 2,500 years before our time. He was one of the most renowned rulers in Obed's history. Unlike the Obed Empire under the 5th Emperor's rule, Obed during Darius's reign was the most powerful empire in the world. Towards the end of his reign, though, Emperor Darius inexplicably shifted his focus away from governing the empire, leading to a rapid decline of Obed. The records about Emaon are not detailed, as their leader Pythagoras mysteriously vanished without a trace one day.
Emaon's historical records are all but blank during this era. There are simply too many coincidences happening in this era. We need to be extra cautious.
Can't believe we messed up the timeline with our time travel. Okay, where are we going? The support button is for bringing your friendly whale unit. I see now. I see what you mean. Yeah, we can have one more as a treat. "2,500 years before the world calendar."
The stars. They appear so distant, yet shine so brightly.
Your Majesty, Farhad requests an audience.
Farhad speaks in third person.
It is you, my most courageous servant. How does the wine taste at the celebration?
The wine was exquisite, benefiting the conquerors of Memphis. We all wonder why you didn't join us in the Great Feast of Honor. Why do you remain secluded in this corner, far from the bonfire, without even a single guard? Have we done anything to displease you?
Not at all, Fahad. I am pleased with your valor. After this battle, I've annexed the southern reaches of the world into my domain. I am staying away from the crowds to gaze at the stars. The campfire's brightness would obscure their light. Have you ever considered where our conquest will end, Farhad?
No, Your Majesty. I shall fight wherever you deem necessary. Until the farthest reaches of your dominion touch the sea, or until I fall on the battlefield.
Your loyalty is commendable. But what I'm seeing now is even more distant than the sea. There was an Emaon scholar named Pythagoras who told me that according to his research, the land beneath our feet is a sphere.
Pythagoras? The Pythagorean...
A sphere? How is that even possible?
You're not a scholar, so it is understandable that you can't imagine it. However, I can easily imagine that there may exist countless such spheres suspended high above the heavens.
I love the voices. I can't. Yeah, seriously, the voice acting is so good. It's amazing. Bro is a flat earther. The earth isn't flat. The triangle guy.
We call those spheres stars. The notion that these stars are fragments of Earth adrift in the firmament. So many uncharted territories awaiting conquest. Do you understand my feelings, Fahad?
Oh god, he's like a mega colonizer. He's like, I need it all. I need space, the stars. I need it all. I learned that the Earth wasn't flat and decided I needed to colonize everything.
In comparison, Memphis, no, even the entirety of Obed pales in significance. I wonder how I can travel to those stars to conquer those lands no one has ever seen.
They can't spend 5 seconds without thinking about colonizing. Yeah, they love a bit of that here.
How pathetic is a man so bound by his desires. From now on, I shall find no peace in my nights.
Yeah, that sounds deserved. I don't think you deserve peace.
Fret not, your majesty. We, the Immortal Army, will always be your keenest blades. Even if you were to command us to conquer the moon, we would comply without hesitation.
You truly are my favorite servant, Fahad.
Bro got a 100% trophies.
Arise, for I shall share my glory and dreams with you.
This voice actor does go hard, though.
One day we'll leave our footprints across the entire expanse of the sky.
The great emperor reaches out his hand towards the sky. Yet the touch of his fingers is chillingly cold. Slowly, the aged emperor sits up in his bed.
So, it was but a dream. I'm feeling cold. Am I already so old that I'm plagued by such vivid dreams? I used to believe that only the inept dream, for they possess nothing in reality. Is the heavens telling me that I'm no different from those commoners?
Maybe it's karma.
My time is running out. Emeons, I'm summoning you to demand an answer I have long awaited. A decade has passed since my triumph in Memphis. I have given you so much time to unravel the mysteries of the God of the Sun. My subjects comply with my commands, never disturbing your research or prying into your tower. Only during the 6th and final month of each year do my emissaries visit you to ask about the progress of your research.
FX7 added voice acting to the new Origins update. That's pretty awesome. I never played it, but it must be pretty old by now, right? So, very cool. Did they only add voice acting for the new stuff, or did they retroactively add stuff previously too?
You should know that it is a supreme honor, and that I have shown you extraordinary generosity, which no other Obed emperors have ever bestowed upon you. However, my messengers disappointed me every time, as your response of nothing has remained unchanged. Now, I've decided to ask you this question myself. This is your 10th year. Have you learned more about the nature of that copper sphere? What grants it immortality?
Your Majesty, our answer remains the same. You may perceive 10 years as a considerable length of time. For a human life, it is indeed substantial. However, for those devoted to the pursuit of knowledge, it is merely a fleeting moment akin to the evaporation of morning dew. Undoubtedly, that sphere represents a creation that transcends the limits of human understanding. Even if it is not a deity in its own right, its creator must possess divine qualities. We need more time to figure out its true essence.
Only for the new Origin update story, only Japanese. Still cool though, still cool. Cool that an old game adds voice acting like that. It would honestly be really, really cool if PGR would do that for future stuff too. I mean, it's not impossible, but it would be a lot of work for them. They they have to get the localization up to snuff first. Pythagoras yapping. He's like, yeah, we did nothing, but have you considered? We need way longer to do nothing.
Time. Time. What an extravagant request. I, too, would grant you more time if I were able. Unfortunately, the time given to me is dwindling. The sand in the hourglass is running out. I am growing old, and my time is slipping away. While the boundless, unconquered worlds still await me. I am asking you once again, Emeon. Do you indeed have nothing to give me in return?
Pythagoras waiting for the old man to die so he doesn't have to answer the question.
Your Majesty, I hold you in the highest regard, but I must inform you that neither your Majesty nor your power hold sway within the realm of knowledge.
I think we're about to find out why Pythagoras disappeared from history.
Though you may command all on Earth to declare that the sun rises in the west, it will still be the eastern sky that illuminates the next dawn. I can assure you that we're more eager than you to learn the nature of the sphere. It is the calling of the scholar.
I see. You're unable to offer what I seek in exchange for my leniency.
Damn, Pythagoras is bold. Yeah. You wouldn't catch me saying that.
I extend my regrets to you, Emeon. Since the beginning of history, this will be the first time the Emperor of Obed resorts to violence against Emeon. If I had a choice, I wouldn't wish to make this decision.
I mean, you do.
You may rule over this land, Your Majesty. And while you may intimidate those who seek knowledge, the laws governing knowledge itself do not yield to mere might.
Immortal army, at my command, open this tower and seize their library!
Wow. Pythagoras does not care. He's like, yeah, do it. I dare you. Bet.
If this library is as miraculous as the legends proclaim, containing the sum of all worldly knowledge, it must surely hold the secret to immortality and the immortal power of that copper sphere.
Yeah, Darius has one directive, and it's colonize. He is the mega colonizer.
Since the mouthpieces of the gods remain silent to my request, I'll uncover the answer myself.
We can't prevent you if you're determined to do so, Your Majesty. Permit me, however, to offer a final piece of advice. The gods remain silent due to the folly of humankind.
That was the last question I will ever pose to you. From now on, you are no longer permitted to address me. Immortal army, storm their tower and breach their gates. Emeon, I have heard tales that the paths within the Library of Babel are more numerous than the stars in the sky, and the smallest misstep can lead to eternal wandering. I've also heard you've devoted countless time and lives to explore that library, and that you've even familiarized yourself with a number of safe paths. I command you to lead the way for my warriors, and you have no right to refuse.
Well, damn. A branching path? It's just like PGR for real. This chapter is filled with colonizers. Yeah, yeah. That's chapter 2. I started playing Ash Echoes yesterday and the story was too complicated to me, maybe because of my poor English knowledge. I feel like if you're understanding this story just fine, then you're all good. I mean, I don't know anything really about Ash Echoes, except that I wasn't, like, gripped by the battle system, so I didn't try it. But, you know, I can't speak to its story, but if it doesn't jive with you, it doesn't jive. Thank you, it's Rover. For Ching. Well, I guess I have no choice now but to get Ching when she comes out. I have to do it. It's Rover wills it. Woo-woo videos when? Well, I can't edit videos and stream at the same time, so you know. I mean, I could stream Woo-wah on the other channel, in theory. Is Ching the green lady? I love her. Yeah, that's her. Oh, I now see what you mean by support. I see, I see. So if you don't put anyone there, it uses like a friend thing or something? How about an edit video stream? You guys would not watch that. That would be so boring. I love Florence's outfit so much. Yeah, it's awesome. What's the most standout thing about the game? Probably the incredible voice acting and the really, really good writing. It's been very, very good. It's like you're not gonna see the level of grammar and other issues that are in PGR. Generally, it's just very good overall. The live 2D sprites are nice. I don't know. I feel like everything stands out. The aesthetic, the characters wearing very believable outfits. I like it. We could stream Woo-wah from the base while you do Black Bacon. But then you'd have to choose between us. I would watch those streams, the Woo-wah ones. Well, you better make sure you're following me on Rate Up Radio then. What other YouTube channels? Rate Up Radio is the one. That is where I put my Wuthering Wave stuff. Alright, back to the story. I look at the two ladies in front of me, who are deep in thought. There are so many immortal soldier here. I can't believe I was just praising the localization and they forgot the S in soldiers. Maybe we can find someone we can reason with.
You're right. If we can find a reasonable soldier, or an Imeon of this era, perhaps they will tell us what has happened here. Let's go. We don't have much time.
Let's heckin' go. Oh, I didn't pay attention to whether there were chests or not. Chat, is there chests? Wait, can I find out if I pause it? Oh, no. I don't think so. It might be somewhere. But where? I do not know.
Forgive all sins. The fire is burning.
Never just feel like the fire is burning. There's a guy. Put me on.
Wait, isn't that the shoddy artifact that wouldn't even start? So is it working now?
Those who offer themselves to His Majesty will be rewarded 100-fold.
Something went wrong. Let's try this way. Whoa. Oh, I guess we gotta. A large group of what seem to be relatively sane immortal soldiers suddenly appears before us. They are locked in a tense argument about something. Should we attempt to negotiate? Might approach to negotiate or play it safe? Yeah, let's negotiate. We approach the immortal army and finally hear what they're arguing about. It seems they've split into two factions. One side wants to abandon the mission and leave the Babel Tower, while the other accuses them of being deserters and traitors. In the end, a fierce confrontation breaks out between the two sides, leaving no room for us to intervene. Okay. Rip. Rest in pieces. Free stuff, though. Oh, this is barely anything. Chest, though. We simply let them finish each other off. Immortal army doesn't look that immortal, right? They're pretty cringe, actually. Nothing down there. Nothing up there. But we found our chest, so I'm happy. Let's go elevator. Can we go down here? No sneaky.
Interesting fellow.
Oops, I didn't commit. Oh. That's, nope. Oh, double check for any secrets. Love the environment design too. Actually, damn, imagine if this had a WUWA budget. Yeah, right? Like, I mean, you can also go in the free perspective and it still looks really good. Like, yeah, of course. It's like, it's not WUWA level graphics. Like, let's all be honest with ourselves. But this is this company's first game, okay? Like, that's really awesome. And they've really, like, created this world that's very interesting. And I really believe it. Like, I'm fully locked in with this tower stuff.
The main path is blocked.
In moments like this, it's time to show some innovation.
Platforming.
Interesting fellow.
Oh, some guys. Sorry, but you guys are gonna get absolutely lawrenced. Oh, owie wowie. Get Florence.
there are still people over there.
I don't expect to find any living people we can reason with, but let's go check it out anyway.
Hey, are you reasonable? The only surviving soldier's eyes are unfocused. His stance looks unsteady, and his weapon is pointing at us, shaking.
Please lower your weapons. We mean no harm.
Who are you?
Imagine if they do collabs with Kuro in the future. That would be so fun. It would be really fun. I would love it. And the thing is, with the way this story is, where, you know, things happen in the past and the future and stuff, it's like the perfect setup for a PGR crossover. Like they could, or any kind of crossover really. We could just be like, oh yeah, we wandered into that timeline. Not sure if I wish it to have Wua's budget. The higher the budget, the more a game tries to please everyone at once, the less room they have to make something unique. You know, I agree with that. I agree. I mean, I do really love PGR, and I love this game so far, so... apparently there is something about these lower budget games that really stand out to me. Free Skin has special effects? Wow, does it? The one for Florence?
We are Emaons.
My name is Farhad. I can't see you well.
That's the guy!
I thought you were monsters too. Thank you so much. I didn't expect your help, especially after His Majesty gave that order.
His Majesty? Are you talking about Emperor Darius?
Of course. Were you not there when His Majesty gave the order? His Majesty ordered the Immortal Army to take over the Tower of Babel and the Library of Babel. How long ago was that? 1 year? Or 2 years? I can't remember clearly. This is not a library. It's an endless nightmare. Ever since I got here, I've been praying for the gods to wake me up from this living hell.
Poor guy.
Take over? You barged into the library? No wonder. It's actually impressive that you've held on for so long without any preparation. Why did your Emperor send you here to die?
Our mission is to uncover the truth about the God of the Sun in Memphis. His Majesty has given the Emaon years, and yet there have been no results. Eventually, he ran out of patience. Personally, I don't have anything against you.
All the male voices are hot af. I'll take your word for it.
We're puzzled too. It's hard to understand why His Majesty, who's always been a profound thinker, would act that way. Emaon, I know it may sound brazen, especially after we barged into your tower, but I'm asking you to take me back to His Majesty.
No, Farhad, you deserve better than that guy. Probably. I mean, you were like really on the pro-colonizer thing. You really liked that route, so maybe you don't actually deserve that. Maybe this is a fitting end for you.
The Immortal Army shall never fail His Majesty.
What a coincidence. We're actually searching for your Emperor as well. How about you join us? With you on our side, he might be more open to hearing us out, don't you think?
This guy's just casually got his entire spear through poor Florence in the background. How do I feel about story, character design, and voices? All good, all really good. It's like different and also generally better than a lot of other similar games. In my opinion. Farhad was just doing his job. I was just following orders, sir. It's not my fault all those people died at my hands. What game is this? This is Black Beacon. have made some good hecking progress. Very different to the high tech of PGR. The thing is, because this is a game that deals with time travel, I suspect that we may encounter high tech like PGR at some point. I can see it happening. I think this game has given itself the perfect opportunity to write anything into the game, and that's awesome. I love the black and gold theme of Black Beacon. Yeah, me too. They picked an aesthetic and they stuck to it. Like, all the UI design is so good too. Like, that is something that often kind of sucks in these games. But like, all this UI is so good. Like, you've got kind of, but behind where I am is the current event banner thing. Next to it, to the right, the PE bonus, which is, might I add, it is your dailies things, and it's your battle pass at the same time. And there's a claim all button because the game loves you, and it respects your time. And then there's a claim all button here too, and we love that. There are a lot of other really convenient things though. For example, let's say I want to level up Nana because she's beautiful and wonderful and perfect. And let's give her some juice real quick.
The moon is currently in its full phase.
So right now, I'm missing 3 of these orby things. So I can just click this and it's like, oh, it lives in these 2 places. So I can go here and it'll be like, oh, you want to do that? You want to do this level? Well, you've already done it before. So now you're allowed to sweep it. And I see I need 3 of them, but I'll get 1 to 2. So let's just sweep once real quick. But if, okay, you see we got 2, but right under where it says we got 2, next, like just above continue at the bottom, it says requirements, disperse dark matter, 2 out of 3. It's like, oh, don't forget you needed 3 of this material. It tells you how much you have and how much you need after you're clear. It's so good. It's like, it's the little things. I love it. So now I know I need another one. So I sweep it again. And now I got it. I've got my 3 out of 3. And then I go back and it takes me right back to the character I was on. It's so good. It's so convenient. It respects me. Like, I don't have to go around clicking all over the place for menus, for things that are really confusing. I just see something and I click the things that make sense and it takes me there. And the menus also animate really quickly. Like, they don't waste my time. Like, everything about this is just so good. So yeah, now I have the stuff so I can do her breakthrough.
It looks like
easy.
The moon is currently in its full phase.
Glad the UI isn't overwhelming compared to old gachas. Yeah, it's legitimately really good. And also, as you like increase your increase the level of your characters and stuff, you get the rune shards. And rune shards for PGR players, rune shards are black cards, basically. And 50 is a third of a pull. You need 150 per pull. And yeah, that's just one way this game is super duper convenient. Like, obviously all the characters look really good too. Like, they're just some good looking characters. Not to mention the skins. Like, we've got default Zero. We've got her pre-register skin that everybody got. And then we have a palette swap. Once you get their friendship to level 3, you get a palette swap of that character. And depending on the character, the palette swaps are really cool or not. And then we've got this lady, Viola. So, whoops, skins. So, like, this is her default look, which is really good. She looks awesome. I love her. Like, this is how you do a sexy outfit. I'm just saying. The secret back, business in the front, party in the back. She knows what it's all about. And then you've got the hair hiding it, so you only see it when she does her moves in combat. Yes, yes, we need this. We need this. So good. Anyway, but she also has a paid skin, which is this. And it's really, really beautiful, as you can see. I love it. But what's kind of nuts is that if you want to buy it, you see it in the store. It is 680 rune stones. So rune stones are these guys. These are rainbow cards, basically. So the D20s are rainbow cards, and they convert 1-to-1 to rune shards, which are the black cards. Or I guess it's more like similar to the Lunite and Astrite in Wuthering Waves as well. But so normally you expect, oh well, I'm gonna have to buy an amount to get this outfit that will be just under the amount that the outfit needs, right? But in the gift pack store, ignore the fact that everything is sold out. The one that's $7.99. Okay, it's sold out, so won't let me click it. But the one that is $7.99 in euros gives you exactly 680. So literally, this is a like what, a 8 euro skin, and it's so beautiful. Damn, you bought everything. Don't look at me. Don't call me out like this. Look. It's I have a lot of faith in this game. Thanks for supporting the game. Yeah, no problem. It deserves it. I'll do what I can for it. You guys just being here watching me are helping me support this game. And oh yeah, by the way, these streams are not sponsored. I just want to make that clear. I am not in like contact with the team at all. Yeah, this is just me playing because I'm having a fun time. Like, so yeah, I just like the game. Also, the other cool thing about this skin, I have obtained this weapon skin, but I obtained it for free because there is an event right now where you trial out this skin, and if you trial it, you get the weapon skin for free. All you have to do is do her trial for the skin. Like, I'm sure it won't always be that way with the weapon skins, but it's a really nice bonus, and it says a lot about what the devs are willing to do for free-to-play players. It's cool. 8 euros is a fair price. They're usually like 20. Yeah, I know, right? Like, this is like cheap as far as gacha skins go. It really is. That's quick, no judgment. Shame there's no native PC port. Yeah, I know, but honestly, I am... Besides a few hiccups here and there, I think the Google Play Games thing is fine. It's a fine experience on PC for me, but you know, I say that, but there's a big asterisk, like maybe it doesn't work for you, or maybe it doesn't run that well for you. Like, yeah, you know, if it runs well for you, then it's good, and if it doesn't, it's bad. But you know, with the power of supporting this game, perhaps it will get the PC port we want it to, because this is this company's first game. That's the trick to make you buy the skin. I haven't done it yet though, because I'm debating. I want to get it because I like collecting skins, but also look at her. Like, damn, Viola looks so good. She looks so good. And her palette swap gives her like red hair, which is nice. So you know, if you like that, then you can make her a redhead, but otherwise she can be blonde. I like that they're not afraid to change the character's hair color, especially like this lady. Her palette swap, whoops, wrong thing. Her palette swap is super different. Like wow, that's a difference. It's nice. She's very, very Kyoko from Madoka coded. I think if this game had some good marketing, a lot of people would love it. Yeah, I think so too. It's a legitimately very, very good game. But unfortunately, something they seem to have carried out over from Kuro days is the lack of marketing. But they're probably doing their best. You can tell there's a lot of passion put into this game, at least. Launch is a bit bumpy, but it's been solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, there have been some issues with launch, like for a while you couldn't bind your Google account and stuff like that, and some people couldn't log in. But they fixed that really quickly. They gave everybody 30 free pulls, and which you can still get, by the way, if you start playing and use their code. I think it's like until the 14th of April or something. What game is this? Black Beacon. It came out just a few days ago. But yeah, like, again, all these characters are beautiful. This is the limited character right now. I have her in her palette swap outfit. This is her normal outfit, Florence. But for free as well, you can earn this appearance for her. Look at that. It's so pretty. It's like just a really different look. Like, yeah, it does have like early like outfit vibes, but it's free and it's for the limited character, which is pretty cool. You don't see that often. You can go to the events thing here, and once you clear all the bits that are basically like just play through the game, then you get a bunch of pulls for free and you eventually get this skin. Selena? Yeah, she does look a lot like human Selena in this. What do I mean, Ex-PGR dev? It says on their website that the company that made this game is made up of at least some of the key devs of Punishing Grey Raven. So former PGR devs. That's the trick to make you pull the character. Yeah, I mean it is. But hey, I much prefer that over getting literally nothing. I hope this game gets a publicity spike within the year. I suspect it will be like PGR, that it's fairly niche. But you know, there's nice things about being in a relatively niche community. I hope they'll probably get like enough to get by and hopefully keep adding more and more interesting things. But yeah, the story's incredible. The voice acting is really, really good. Like, I mean, I can't complain about anything. What genre is this game? Yeah, action RPG. I'll just, I will do one of the tutorials that I have to do. Let's do Nana's. Because every time you do a tutorial, you get one pull. You get a pull for the standard banner. So, like, you might as well do them. It's great incentive. And the tutorials are quite good, too. Because they slow everything down for you. Top-down ARPG. Yes, it's top-down, but it doesn't have to be. It can be free camera. But I won't be able to change it because I'm in battle right now. Press Q. Press Q again. Whoa. You can also move with WASD. Pick up the thing, and then use E. God, her skills are so pretty. Yeah, and like the effects and stuff are also good in this game. And because it can be a top-down game, it's like if you feel like there are too many particle effects in the way, you can just go top-down if you prefer it. It also makes it incredibly convenient to play on mobile if you have to play on mobile at some point. I know I'm not really a big fan of playing 3D, like free camera games on mobile, at least without a controller, because it's just awkward spinning the camera around and everything. But this alleviates that. Is it through emulator? Do they have PC support? You have to play through Google Play Games. That's what it's officially supported on, but it is basically a glorified emulator. My skills are nearly pro like in PGR. Yes, let's call my skills pro in PGR. You're consistently picking up hundreds of views so you could actually be responsible for some of the success of the game. Yes, thank you. I mean, hey, at least 3 people from the chat have been like, yeah, I'll go check it out now. So, you know, like, I'm responsible for like 3 people. And yeah, I think the Black Beacon people, you know, if you're watching this, wink. No, that's a blink. Wink, wink. Black Beacon people, if you're watching, I'm out here. But no, not sponsored though. Not sponsored. I just like the game. Some angel on the Discord server tested on Moo emulator and it seems to work. Yeah, actually, now that you say that, I completely forgot about that. I saw someone post that to Reddit earlier. And I haven't tested it myself, but yeah, if you want to play on emulator, an emulator where you will be able to get controller to work, then I advise trying it on Moo emulator. It may have the answers that you seek, but I cannot confirm, as I have not done it. Me got hooked to be trying to download the game. Hell yeah. PGR players, handshake, Black Beacon players. It's true, like, we have so much in common. Like, these games, like, clearly have DNA from each other. And it's awesome. We need to be friends. We must be friends and allies. We love both games. Okay, now what did it tell me to do?
Ball move.
Oh heck, I forgot. It was not that. It was not 3 buttons. Oh, do I need to move? Ah yes, it was that. Oh, wrong thing. E, no! Okay, that's fine. Pro gamer, by the way. I hecked up. I don't know what I'm doing. I wasn't paying attention! Okay, we did it. I just had to be moving. I think all the characters' kits are very interestingly done too. Like, they all feel pretty different from each other. It's the same players for the most part. Yeah, like Black Beacon and PGR players. The Venn diagram is a circle, probably. Hopefully they add controller support. Yeah, I really hope so. Like, the second they add controller support, you will see me playing on controller. I love the point of view in Black Beacon. It feels like playing Lost Ark. Yeah, there's top-down view, but you can also change it. You can change it to free view. You just press, well, on Google Play Games, you hold Alt and then use the scroll wheel. Do we have to lament men, the male characters, like in PGR? There aren't that many. I will be honest with you. However, there are some in the pipeline. I would definitely say there's at least one guy I remember in the launch trailer. I suspect some of these guys who appear in Chapter 2 will also make an appearance eventually in the gacha. For now, this guy is a standard character, Leeche. He is pretty much considered by everybody right now to be the strongest character in the game, even stronger than the limited character Florence. Like, he's just really good. He's good. He's good. He's a HP drain kind of character, but only drains to like 50% or something, and then his like second ult heals and stuff like that. Yeah, he's awesome. And we have another guy, our free guy, Shamash. He is our free guy that we get at the start of the game. He's also incredibly powerful. One of the strongest DPS in the game somehow, which is awesome. So shout out to Shamash. Even though he's 4-star, like the 4-stars in this game are like really good, at least right now. And we have Wuxi. He is also really good now. He got super buffed from the beta. And he's very Watanabe astral coded. So if you like that. Also, this skin is coming out at some point, so if you enjoy abs, there's that. Shout out to abs. He can also wear a white version. And then there is Anki. He's a little guy. And yeah, and that's our guys for now. So only 4, but they are almost all good, except Anki is apparently not very good, unfortunately. But yeah, the guys who are there are all very, very strong characters. And I'm not too worried about how they'll be in the future. I think, you know, obviously, right? It's majority female, so you should absolutely go into the game expecting that. But I think you'll be very happy with the way characters are written and portrayed. Male and female. Like, look at these awesome outfits that all these characters have. Like, all their aesthetics that are just really good. Like, they all stand out. They're all very recognizable. Okay, that's a skin, though. Yeah, they're just great. They look like where they come from. We love to see it. We have pants. We've got wide guy. We've got little guy who's girl, little guy girl. Yeah, we have it all here. Weakest Jinjo miner. Yeah, so they're all good. Is the moral of the story. It's the balancing seems pretty good overall. Even like the worst characters, quote unquote, the worst characters are still usable. And yeah, 4 stars are good. There's good variety. Like, and this is just the launch cast, you know? It's only gonna get better from here. But with that said, is that a phone? Yes, her whole thing is about social media. Another thing that's like PGR is you can click on your guy.
Some types of art are never meant to be framed by temples. Florentine merely provides them temporary protection, nothing more.
I love her voice. Just like PGR, I'm covering it actually, but there's a gift button here, and then you can give them like gifts and also like gift certificates. It's kind of like the chocolates and stuff in PGR. And I have her at level 3, and you can see at level 3, you get the palette swap skin, and as you like keep increasing their stuff, you get some gacha pull currency. But the cool reward is very early. It's at level 3, and we love to see that. So if you like one of the palette swaps, it's just really easy to get. And
some types of art,
and just like PGR, you can listen to their voice stuff. You can read their little profile things and their story after you unlock more of their friendship levels. You can hide the UI apparently. And then yeah, you can swap them with whoever you've got. And yeah, it's very, very much like PGR. Very familiar with PGR. Can we add you for friendship points? Yeah, I guess you can add me. If you have the patience to type in that whole number that you can see in the top of the screen, then you can add me. I can't promise I'll have room for you. How's the combat? It's good. It's like it's similar to PGR a little bit in terms of what the action looks like. It's similar to Wuwa a little bit. Something kind of in between those. Is it slow burn? I'm not sure what you mean by that in this case, but I will say that the rates and stuff are good. Like for example, whoops, didn't mean to go to the store. I'm just so used to going there. The gacha. So this is like the standard banner, and when ignore the fact that this says 120 out of 300, but so the first time you can pick whatever standard 5-star you want after 30 pulls. Only 30 pulls. You get a free 30 pulls right now just for putting in the code that they did for apologies, which you can find on their Twitter. but only before like the 14th. But even without that, you get a decent amount of pre-register stuff too. Though I think that it's like bugged at the moment, so I'm not sure if the pre-reg stuff is going through like it should be now. But yeah, point is, you keep an eye on their Discord because they're constantly, the devs are constantly keeping everybody in the loop about what issues they've noticed and what they're solving. The main thing is that, let's see, so the main gotcha things, the standard banner is this one. It uses standard pull things. These are like blue tickets. These keys, these lost time keys are like blue tickets. And you can use that for the standard weapon and standard character banners. And then there's the event and limited stuff, which takes these keys, the time-seeking keys, the gold ones, which are like yellow tickets. And as you can see, the limited character is 70% rate up. It's a 70-30 chance you get the character, so it's not ideal. It's not 100% like PGR. However, on the other side, the weapon is 100% rate up and takes you 50 pulls. Also, when you get to 40 pulls, your rate goes up, at least on the character banners. So people say like it's kind of like a soft pity. It's kinda, but not really. It's still kind of like PGR in that you should expect to go all the way to pity to get something. Are you playing in the Play Store PC beta? Yeah, Google Play Games. It's different from the Google Play Store. It's called Google Play Games. I am playing in this, yeah. How's my enjoyment? I'm really liking it. I would not have spent any money on it if I didn't like it. But I did. Only like a bit, quote unquote, a bit. I'm not maxing out any character with dupes or anything like that. Even though the 70-30 is statistically better, the 30% loss are gonna sting. You know what? As someone who has pulled on many PGR weapon banners, it's much less painful than pulling on any Wuthering Waves banners for characters. I hate 50-50 so much. It's awful. It just always feels bad. I don't feel good when I win a 50-50. I just feel like I haven't been punished this time, but it's only a matter of time. There's nothing about it that feels good. Did I get Florence's signature? If yes, did I get it from the free selector? I did get it, but I pulled it from the banner. And here's why. So, in the events, Vulcan's Grace. So you can get Florence's signature weapon here, which is really cool. A signature weapon free. But as you can see right here, this other mystery weapon, this is for Ching. She comes out after Florence. So I have the option of like getting Ching's weapon later if I want. So I'll just do that. I lost 3 straight in the PGR weapon banner, just my luck. I think they're changing that soon, aren't they? Or did they change it already? They're like adding a like a thing where if you don't get the weapon on the first try, you're guaranteed it the next try or something. I can't remember if they added that already or not. Ching or Florence weapon? Honestly, I don't know. Whichever character you like more, to be honest. It's so early in the game. Yeah, I haven't progressed enough to even unlock this, so yeah, you have to do many things, including getting to 419 of the story. I'm still on chapter 2, not even on chapter 4, so that ain't happening yet. I haven't done any of this stuff, but it's nice that you can get it for free. It's very nice. And you have like, what, 46 days to do it? That's loads of time. Time to go, sadly. Thank you for the stream. No, thank you for watching. Honestly, I also need to go. Actually, I need to be somewhere. And the place I need to be is eating food. I gotta go make myself some food. And currently, unless something goes terribly wrong, I have plans to come back later for a mysterious PGR stream. So, if you want to see mystery PGR stream, keep your notifications on. And yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining. I really appreciate it. I've been loving this story so far. It's been really good, and I really like the characters, and I'm so curious to know where it goes next. So thank you. Thank you, my friends, for showing up and enjoying it with me. I will see you later, hopefully.